What's good with it, Black Ghost TV family, man? As always, double salute. Your boy Fluence Boxing is back in the building once again. Y'all already know, man. But we on the basketball side of the game. We on the basketball side of the game. We watching the Lakers game, you feel me? Lakers versus the Denver Nuggets. Chilling tonight. Happy Friday to the people. You know what I'm saying? Anybody and everybody who's up out there, man, hopefully y'all enjoy it. Or let me say this. Hopefully y'all enjoying your Friday. Hopefully you enjoyed your Friday, depending on, you know what I'm saying, where you at in the country, in the world. But y'all already know, man. Y'all already know. It's always a good time, man, when it comes to Fluence Fridays. So we up in here, man. We chilling, watching the game. Lakers, Nugs, nothing extra, nothing special. Hopefully I can get my guys in to come up here a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? So we can chop it up and have a good time. You feel me? Nonetheless, either way it goes, man, regardless, man, I'm here for the long haul, man. We finna have a good time tonight. You already know what it is. So salute as always, keeping it 110%. Yeah, I'm a little late, but as always, and what everybody says, better late than never, right? So I'm here, and that's all that matters. Now, with that being said, let's get it out the way. Hit the like button below if y'all up in here, man. Help your boy get into the algorithm. Of course, while you're hitting the like button, subscribe if you're not part of the family. And then last but not least, go ahead, hit the notification gang, and then also comment on this joint, man. Hop in the comments if you got something to say. I see Derpy's already up in here. Or Derpy was up in here. He's probably like, man, I don't know when this nigga finna start this, because you know he can be 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late, an hour late. We don't never be knowing. But I'm here, man. I'm here, man. I didn't want to miss too much of this game. I want to watch this at least as much as I could into its entirety. You know what I'm saying? I know I missed some, so that's right, Derpy. Honk it up, man. I'm in the building. We having a good time tonight, man. Hopefully y'all feeling as good as I am right now, man. And I'm feeling good just off of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like my Friday was fire, bro. And I don't even know why. Because honestly, like this whole entire week, like my days have been like y'all see, well, I don't know if y'all seen it, but in my daily check-ins, you know what I'm saying, my workouts just ain't what I want them to be for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I was wanting my workouts to be better. You know, I felt sluggish at work and things like that. But today, man, it's always weird to me because I'm like when it gets to the end of the week, usually I kind of start falling off energy wise, workout wise. That was a great ball movement, but you got to be there, Rook. Got to be there to catch that, shoot the three, man. Come on. But usually, yeah, you know, as it goes towards the end of the week, usually my energy starts kind of like dying down. I'd really be having like just really go and convince myself to do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, man, this Friday was the most energetic I felt. This was the best workout, you know, I had. Like I posted in daily check-in 9 out of 10. Like this today's been a good day, man. Now I always be kind of skeptical, man. And this is probably a very bad way of looking at things. This is probably why it happens. But sometimes I'm like, man, shit too good, man. I just gotta wait. I gotta watch around the corner because I'm like, I know something's gonna come up. But I'm trying not to think like that no more. But yeah, today was a fire day. You feel me? Great pass that's a great pass, Westbrook. Good job. That was beautiful. 27-25, LA, Denver. It's a good one. But yeah, man, so I had a great Friday, man, and then, you know, capping it off with a good Lakers game. The only thing I will complain about though is my allergies flared up. So y'all gonna see me every once in a while, you know what I'm saying, with the savior, the white paper towel side of the game. But yeah, man, my allergies flared up. And I blame it all on the gym that I go to, man. It's almost like when you get the coldest days, for some reason they don't want to put a heater on when it comes to inside the actual gym. That don't make no sense to me. It's like it seems like it's still cold inside the gym. So that got my allergies going crazy. I'm on the sniffle side of the game. But I'll tell you a little bit more about it in a second. We got my guy Zien in the building. Just like I said earlier, better late than never. So he's here. So salute to that. Bring him on in. Good with it, dog.
That's the deal. My bad, nigga. Took a little nap, nigga.
You good, bro? You ain't got no reason to apologize. How you feeling, man?
I'm solid. What about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. Today was a surprisingly good day. My whole week has been. I was telling the people my whole week has been kind of like sluggish. I felt sluggish. I felt like my workouts haven't really been that good. I feel like I've been kind of like half-assing the workouts and stuff. Today was the first day of the week where it was like I was energetic through the entire day. I felt good. Day went well, and then also like the workout went well as well. So I'm like, I don't know what it was because usually Fridays that don't be it. Usually the end of the week is when I start kind of like tapering off. If that makes sense. But yeah, I'm good, man. The only thing I got a problem with though is my allergies flared up at the gym, so it's like I got to deal with that. But other than that, good day.
Yeah, that nigga
I wish.
allergies acting up. That shit bad, y'all. He be sneezing. He not sneezing now, but that nigga get to sneezing and sneezing and sneezing.
There's only one thing saving me from sneezing right now because I was sneezing mad earlier, but I gotta wait. I got the heater on and stuff. So if my heater wasn't on, it was cold, and usually I don't have my heater on even when it gets cold. I usually don't turn it on, but I can't keep it cold because if it's cold, that's when I'll start sneezing crazy and my allergies going. Like y'all notice I'm like it's out of this world. So I got it pretty nice and warm in here, so that's keeping me under control for now. So we'll see how long that lasts, but you know what I'm saying. How you feel about your Lakers against Denver? You know what I'm saying. You think you got a chance, or you think y'all gonna get ran? You know what I'm saying.
I don't know. I gotta see what's going on.
Y'all look solid so far. Y'all playing at a very fast pace. Y'all moving the ball very well. Y'all play different at home than you do away. Like simple as that. Like I didn't really expect much from you guys on the away, the little away trip y'all did. Like it was like 5 or 6 games, but you
We
did
play
actually
better
did
on
better
the
than I
road.
expected. Yeah, no, y'all play better at home. Y'all terrible
We
on the
beat the
road.
Bucks on the road, and we lost to Boston at the crib.
Look at your road record, Doug. Your road record's terrible. The only reason why y'all even in the position y'all in is because y'all win most of your games at home.
We
So
beat the
I'm like,
Spurs on the road, though. Let me see.
I'm not saying I'm not. I'm just. You guys play better at home. That's it. That's all I'm really just pointing out. So I'm thinking that you guys have a better chance against Denver because of that. And also too, when it comes to the Celtics game, you got to remember this too. Y'all should have won that game. Y'all
Mm,
should have won that game. I'm like going into overtime
should have won against
game.
Philly too.
You said what?
We should have beat Philly too.
Yeah. I'm like going into overtime. Like you have old, like LeBron's older. You know what I'm saying? Westbrook's a little, even though Westbrook looked like he was the only one energizing that overtime, AD should have been the one to take over, but I felt like AD was a little deflated from missing those free throws. But AD should have hit like y'all should have won that game. So in my personal opinion, I think you guys play a lot better at home than you do on the road. But that's normal when it comes to kind of like a new team constructed together as well as a new coach. That's usually going to be the case. That's what you want to see. I feel like they won't start really getting comfortable on the road until they're maybe about like 35 games in, maybe, and then you'll start seeing a lot more success. Oh, let me ask you this: you think there's going to be a trade that happens? Do
No,
you think y'all trading anybody? I'm not even talking about Westbrook, but I just think. Do you think they're going to be trying to add any more pieces to the puzzle, or you think it's going to be
no.
set?
I mean, we might try to get shit. I don't know why we don't just go get Melo, nigga. To be real with you, I'm like at this point, nigga, we need offense, nigga. You already got a nigga out there running around giving us nothing.
That is a good point. I actually think this team is perfectly constructed for Melo to fit with. I think the only reason why they haven't done it yet, though, is because they don't know what they want to do with the roster yet. So they're trying to leave as much cap space open as possible. Because me personally, I think y'all either gonna look to add someone or y'all gonna look to make a trade. Like it's hard for me to believe y'all just gonna keep Kendrick Nunn and Patrick Beverly. That's crazy if y'all end up doing that. Like y'all gotta find a way to get rid of Kendrick Nunn. Maybe try and package him up with maybe John Toscano, because Toscano was supposed to be someone who's
Oh,
contribute, but he ain't doing nothing. So
nigga did that good rebound and then smoked the layup. What's up
but
with
that's
niggas
my
be wanting to dunk the basketball, bro? Like I don't understand it, bro. Like I remember when we was growing up, bro. Niggas always wanted to dunk the basketball, bro. Niggas used to dunk the basketball. Niggas is so hell
mm,
bent on layups, and they'll smoke the layup. Like, bro, like that's why I really get Bron. Like, he'll still dunk, but like he'll lay it up more so now. But back in his prime, that nigga Bron wasn't doing no layups around that rim, boy, unless it
the
was
game
like
is
three
different.
niggas.
The game is different. Back then, you know what I'm saying, what was celebrated or what you wanted to see was domination, power. I'm gonna stuff it in your face, aggressiveness, rough. It's the opposite now. It's like you want to see, pretty, you know what I'm saying? You want to see smooth, you want to see cleanliness, You want to see something that you would be like, oh, I never thought I could see somebody be able to do that. He just did a 360 and then just laid it up. Amazing. And that's what everyone's into now. And that's also because of that, the elevation of Europeans coming over into the NBA. I remember at one point, the narrative on European players was that it was weak and soft, but the rules have changed to now where it's very complimentary to that. And now European players are, dominating the league. I won't say dominating, but they're a lot more significant in the league than they ever were, or at least when I was growing up.
Soft, huh?
That's
I
what
didn't
they
think
used to say. Yeah,
I didn't think they was soft. I thought TP was good. I thought Mano was nice. I thought Dirk was cold. Maybe
bro.
like
They didn't
not
put
all of them was like you feel me like that, but I didn't think none of them was just weak. Like Barbosa was cold.
nah. That
Yeah,
you
was
talking
nice.
you talking about people in the league who proven themselves. I'm talking about when they
I'm
got
talking about the
drafted.
national
I'm
team.
talking no. I'm talking about when they got drafted. No one saw European like when they oh man they saw them a certain way. Like that was a narrative on all European players back at least when I was growing up. It's like if someone got drafted from a EuroLeague or they play in the EuroLeague for a long period of time, they'd be like, man, they soft. They always trying to be pretty. You know what I'm saying? They pass a certain way, they dribble a certain way, and then they would have to come and they would have to prove themselves, and they would. Well, at least the ones that was drafted. But now it's like you want a European player. You want someone who was playing over in the EuroLeague for a long period of time and was a star. Oh yeah, I want him to come over. I want to draft him, etc. You disagree?
No, what's it
Oh,
called?
he
They for sure being more global with it now. That's a good layup. I'm just looking at us letting DeAndre Jordan do all this shit down there, man. It's crazy.
That's actually embarrassing. Y'all had DeAndre Jordan, couldn't do nothing with him.
Well, Vogel couldn't do nothing with him.
Shit, exactly. Lakers can do nothing with him.
I think Darvin Ham could do. I think if Darvin Ham had that same team last year, it'd be better, in my opinion.
You can't say that though, because y'all got a worse record.
What you mean? Our record was weak last year.
I know, but was y'all 11-16 at this point?
I don't even remember, to be real with you.
I think y'all was a little bit closer because I'm like y'all didn't really start falling off until towards like the second half of the season. I'm not saying y'all was doing good in the first half. I'm just saying y'all definitely wasn't under 500 like this.
Might have
So you
been,
gotta
bro.
give.
I gotta remember.
So you gotta give Vogel at least that.
AD didn't play like that.
Yeah, and LeBron was injured a lot.
No,
I'm like, there.
he played that year. Last year, he averaged 30.
No, LeBron got injured a lot last year. Or I won't say injured, but he took a lot of rest time.
Yeah, I'm right. He wasn't injured. Remember, the only time he got injured is when he turned his ankle, or somebody
Yeah, but I
landed.
mean, but rest time. What I mean is rest time. Like he was there. Westbrook, I forgot what the stat was, but Westbrook, AD, and LeBron James, like on the court, how many games they played was. It was like a minimal amount compared to how many games total in the season. And that was one of the biggest like talking points about them.
I'm just glad AD is actually moving out there with some ability. Last year, boy, he was up there. Oh, damn, bro, you good? You ain't walking like you got mud in your pants.
Well, he was injured. Apparently. I'm not sure if all of a sudden he's fixed and everything is good to go. We should still be worried about, but whatever he was dealing with, I had to be something that was prolonged because I'm like, even when he would come back, like you said in the games, he would still look like he was dealing with something. It looked like it was a back problem or something, but I don't know. AD looks completely different than he did from last year. But even in the beginning, the thing the thing that doesn't matter though at the same time is y'all still losing. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? What does that mean?
Mm-hmm. They got to figure it out.
I think y'all missing pieces, man.
I'm telling you,
Y'all got to trade.
That's what I'm
You got to either trade for somebody or you got to sign. Well, I don't know who's out there in the free agent that will really help y'all like that y'all need.
I go get that nigga Miles Bridges. Nigga, fuck it. Hey, nigga.
I know. I was thinking the same thing, bro. I won't even lie to you, man. Just y'all take that on the chin, man, like his girl did. Shit.
Nah, damn. Now we can't get him, dog. We can't get him, man. If that's no fun. That means everybody gonna be eating his ass up. I think we need a nigga like that. We need some young, good blood that can go get buckets and start booming on niggas and then come out of nowhere and beat that shit off the glass.
I
But
didn't know why. I thought you was gonna say. I think we need niggas like that. Niggas is tough. You know what I'm saying? Girl talk some shit. You slap the shit out of her. No, I'm playing. That's not a good joke. Y'all shouldn't. Domestic violence is bad,
yeah, but I'm just saying, you see how you lighting them up, man. You making it worse for us to try to get the nigga now, man. Golly.
bro.
Cause
You
you
know that
playing around, but them other niggas not.
ain't no team finna, in the climate that we're in right now in today's world. No team is finna sign Miles Bridges, even though he's massively talented. They're gonna let they want this to cool off. They're gonna wait maybe like a year or two, and then then they'll sign him.
Hey,
There ain't
my
no way. No,
Kyrie came today, boy. I'm so happy.
you said what?
My Kyrie's came today.
Oh,
He,
technically they're just Nikes.
man, please, them the Rees, boy.
You said you see what Kyrie put on his shoe?
Yeah, he said, I'm free at last. Thank God.
Yeah. He probably don't want. He probably like, man, don't associate my name with that shit. But apparently, you know what's crazy? Adidas offered him a deal, but they dropped Kanye. Is that
Oh man,
crazy?
if I'm Kyrie, bro, I'm gonna just come out with my own shoe at this point. Like, bro, you don't necessarily need the money. Like, I know that's easier money to kind of be like, well, I got the endorsement. They're gonna give me, I don't know, 100 or 90 million up front, but well, not up front. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna give me that over a period of time. But I'm just like, bro, your name is big enough and you do enough in the community to where I feel like if you just came out with your own shoes called the Rees or the, you know what I'm saying, the Rees or something like that, and you did, you got some, you got some people in the room and y'all got some designs and sketch going on how you really want things. I think he could make his own basketball shoe. Spencer, then would he do it?
Well, I don't know how true it is, but supposedly Kyrie, or there was a report. It might be just rumors, of course, but I thought he met with a black business owner, shoe creator, and that he's trying to do something with him. But I don't know. I don't know if that's real. Nowadays, and nigga, you got to try to really figure
Bro,
out what's real or
this
not. But
place I just found out today I'd be going to that we having these fire ass vegan sandwiches, bro. I realized that it was black owned. I was like, oh, this is all you? He's like, yeah, bro. I'm like, damn, bro. That makes me feel better giving y'all niggas my money. Because he
so
was saying like other places that are like vegan and stuff have been shutting down. But because he's saying like places like Burger King and stuff are getting like stuff like that now. Like I guess it's
they got
hurting
Burger King got vegan options.
yeah.
Really?
I didn't know that neither. This is news to me. I ain't been in it a long time.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. All right, shit, it's going worldwide now.
So, but
It's a
does it?
vegan burger? Or are they talking about that impossible shit? Because isn't that
I think it's
impossible
that.
shit
I
just
think
fake meat?
yeah, but I think it's also. Oh damn, Russ, that was nice. You got to grab that, Thomas. Um, oh, that wasn't even Russ. That was Larry Brown.
Yeah, that was Brown. Yeah, Brown.
My bad, Brown. That was nice though. But the place I go, they got this. They have like different type of sauces, and they have this one sauce called hot honey. So I feel like that, and it's like it's fire though. Like you know what I'm saying. So I just feel like they'll be
It's,
able to withstand the storm, in my opinion, because you're not gonna go to a Burger King and they're gonna give you different options on the sandwich
you ain't
flavor.
you ain't never had a hot honey sauce?
Not in a vegan form, no.
What you mean? Hot honey ain't is hot honey ain't a meat? You talking about on like vegan sandwich is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Cause
something
like
like that. I'm not
hot
saying that
honey
I've
or honey
never
hot is.
had honey before. I'm saying for vegan options though. You're not gonna really
Are you
find no.
vegan now? Are you vegan?
No, I just go because it's fire though. Like you feel me? The homie put me on. Like I haven't found another sandwich around that has chicken and it's that fire.
You know what's crazy is like I like the taste of veggie burgers and vegan burgers, but I don't know why. Every time I'll have either like a veggie burger, especially a veggie burger. Like, bro, the next day, man, I am shitting my brains out, bro.
Yeah.
It's like I like this. The taste of a veggie burger, like the taste of a veggie burger, is very unique, and I like it a lot. But that should be making me shit, so I don't be really. I had to stop for a minute because I'm like, I remember I got one time, and it's the next day, man. This shit was crazy. I'm like, man, what do they be making these burgers out of? Like, why am I eating a burger and just not ordering the shit?
Shoot the three, Austin. God damn. Who just shot that? Thomas Bryant? Wow. He shocked me. He shot that shit with so much confidence.
And nigga said, I'm Austin Reeves. What you mean?
It was crazy, bro. I've been watching this Last Chance U, right? I've been doing like a review on it, like my little takes on like each episode and shit like that. So people just been blowing up my inbox, like laughing, like, nigga, you crazy, da 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 da. So today, bro, I was really genuinely like just dying, bro. So this nigga was in the class, right? And so
What is
Mosley,
Last Chance U? I don't know what that is.
it's like a series on Netflix, and they cover like basketball or football. Well, now they do basketball, but before it was only football. And they just go out through the season on how like a program is and like, you know, what they're going through, what the coaches are doing, and you know, just like what that experience is like. So they finally did basketball. So the first season they did on ELAC, and then they did another year last year. So it's just like covering like what they're doing, how what they're going about it, and all types of shit. So it was a scene, bro, and this nigga named Dez, he's the only like sophomore returner, right? So he's trying to get out, and so he was like, "Oh, Dez, you really serious? Like you really on that computer going hard? Like okay, you know?" And so he was like, like once Mosley left, he was like, "Yeah, I just got 19. I just got 19 out of 25 on this quiz. I'm proud of myself." And so somebody asked him, it was like, "What class is this?" He was like, "This nigga, it's Earth Science." And then the nigga was like, "Isn't that a C, bro?" He says, "No, dumbass. That's an A. That gotta be an A." But it was funny because he was calling this nigga a dumbass. But the nigga was like, "Nigga, that's a C." He was like, "No, it's not, nigga." He was like, "Bro, times it by 4, bro. If you go 25 times 4, it's 100. You go 4 times 19, bro. It's like 70 something. It's like 76 or something like that." It's like, "Hell no, nigga. That gotta be an A, nigga." And then the niggas did the math. They was like, "Nigga, that's a 76, bro. You have a C." Oh, you saw that 3 by Brian?
Yeah.
But it was just funny
Yeah,
because
hoping.
he was calling that nigga a dumbass, but whole time this nigga was wrong, and he thought he was getting an A. To you, you probably like, "Nigga, that's not funny," but like, and you have to see like
Nah, I'm
how.
not saying it's not funny. The way I see it is, I'm like, man, that nigga ain't going nowhere in life. God
Man,
bless him. I hope you got a check from being on camera.
I hope he does. No, he don't. They ain't gonna get paid from that. I mean, unless they, get a sponsorship from other people.
Cause I'm like, that shit. No, I'm like, I understand. I'm like, this shit's funny, but I'm like, man, that nigga dumb. I'm
But
like, brother, you 3 years away from your life being decided. Get your shit together.
he got a kid too.
Oh shit, yeah, he's done.
And
No, respectfully, y'all. Respectfully, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, all y'all out there who wanna, it's cool, have fun, do all that, but also you got to put your priorities right, because you're gonna be old before you know it. You're gonna be in a position where niggas ain't giving you no slack. Niggas ain't looking at you and being like, "Oh well, you still young, you got time." That shit go away quick. So I'm just like, don't waste away them years, y'all. Shit, you'll be surprised. That shit go by. They got Conor McGregor
like,
over here. That
and I
man
wasn't
looking like
like
he got all
laughing
the
at him
words.
because his math skills was terrible. I was more so laughing that you were so convicted that that man was wrong and you called him a dumbass.
Well, yeah, I'm on camera, nigga. You ain't finna make me look stupid.
But he just said he was proud of himself. I'm just like, why can't the nigga be proud of himself if he has 19 out of 25? But the nigga was like trying to get him, like, "Isn't that a C, bro?" But then it's like his reaction is like, "No, dumbass, that's an A."
Yeah, but I'm like, technically though, if you want to be real, in real life knowledge, 19 out of 25 is great no matter what you're talking about. If I go up to 25 bitches and I get 19 numbers, that's a win. If I go to 25 people interested in selling whatever they're trying to sell, and I get 19 of them to sign a contract, that's a win. If I go up to 25 motherfuckers and say, "Hey, I'll beat the shit out of you," and I only beat 19 of them, that's a win. So going off of these rudimentary and bullshit ass logics when it comes to school. School ain't shit. I tell people like, bro, I tell people from day one. I'm like, school ain't shit. The system, everything about it. I'm like, you better off in this world not going to school because that's just debt. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. I'm like, it don't teach you nothing. It don't give you no life lessons, nothing. Like, go graduate high school. After high school, don't worry about none of the rest of the shit. So I'm like, I'm actually with that brother. He's white. 19 out of 25 is an A. Fuck the percentages, nigga. Tell me right now, in real life, if you have 25 chances and you do 19 of it right, where it's not a good, like, it's not a good thing. That's
No,
not
I
a
agree
win.
with you. Like I said, I wasn't laughing at him for the math skills because I'm like, like I know niggas that can't do math well in the school, nigga, but know how to count 100 racks, nigga. So it's like,
That's all
you
that
know,
matters.
but you give my point though. So it's like it does like everything is relative, right? There's a teacher right now that teaches some calculus, but niggas don't know, you feel me, how to really like maneuver through life, right? They don't know how to go through certain experiences or instances.
I
So
remember my math teachers, all my math teachers. Now that I think about it, look back and I was like, man, you hate your life. Like I remember my math
they
teachers.
don't like them. They don't like them.
Them niggas was sloppy than a motherfucker. I'm like, nigga, you come every day you teach niggas math, and you probably think to yourself when you at night, it's like, damn, I don't use this shit at all to better my life. I'm teaching niggas math and I'm telling them why it's effective, but I don't even use it in the way I'm telling you it's effective. It ain't that effective. I'm telling you bullshit.
That nigga AD got hurt. Why that
I
nigga
don't
doing that?
know. But I'm like, think about that. I'm like, if you think about the majority of teachers, respectfully to but teachers are like, I think teachers from like young age all the way up to high school is very beneficial. I think when it gets to college age, I think, man, like that's when I think it becomes a real scam, man.
I think it's also the major, right? If you want to become a doctor, you're gonna have to probably go to school because it's just like I don't know too many niggas that's just gonna teach themselves surgery. But
Shit, that nigga Cuba Gooding Jr. played did Ben Carson.
I don't know how Ben Carson got a license, nigga. But
Shit,
if you know
he
the
ain't
right,
need you don't need a license, nigga. If you can do it, they'll give you one after they show you can do it. Ain't nobody, you ain't never rolled up the job and said, hey, what degree do you have and what college did you go to? You don't do that. They say, what's your experience?
facts though.
Nigga, experience is always gonna be over a school, a degree, anything. Nigga, I talk. So it's funny. Like I'm like that debate I had. What was like 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying, because when it comes to boxing, especially when our channel, we got some older brothers in here. One brother was talking about say he deals with a business, contracts, etc. And we was talking about Terrence Crawford, we talking about Earl Spence. But it's very interesting. Like I was telling him, like it's like I talk to realtors, I talk to attorneys, I talk to people who went to school specifically for what they're supposed to be talking about. When I talk to them, you know how they sound. All right, respectfully. But all I'm saying is, hey, just because somebody says they this, that, or that, don't allow them to have a more of a presence over you or make it seem like, oh, this is my credentials, so I'm smarter than you, I'm more wise than you. It's like, nah, I could talk to you and I know exactly where your IQ is at, bro. So I'm like, a lot of this stuff is just labels.
Certain degree doesn't mean they always smart. You know what I'm saying? Like especially
Always, no, rarely. Experience is the biggest degree, bro. I'm like, niggas with the most money, they ain't going to school and shit like that. They ain't wasting their time on that, bro. Them niggas get into the bag right away. I don't like they ain't gonna pay a school to teach them. They gonna pay a person.
damn.
Someone who's been in the field. So all y'all right now, I'm giving y'all game. If y'all trying to gain knowledge and things like that, I'm telling you right now, find someone in the field that you want to do, or someone who, or even if you don't know what you want to do, because I'm like, for me personally, I didn't know what I want to do. I got lucky. I was in the field, but just always listen. Like, don't let your ego be big enough where you're not willing to listen to someone who has more experience in something that made them money. That's the key. Don't listen to motherfuckers who ain't made no money and they trying to tell you shit and they telling you what if and they never did it before. But the persons who made the money and they in the field and they talking, listen. If you in that same field, humble yourself.
They caught a foul. That's crazy. But nah, let Dr. Umar tell us that's why he said and in school he gonna teach niggas trades. He like, nigga, we stopped getting money because we stopped using our hands, nigga. Our hands skills pay the bills.
Not just that, mine does too. And a lot of these, and a lot of these, and nowadays, especially now, it's like hands is always gonna be something effective, but mind, mouthpiece, hands, physicality, all these different things you have opportunities to make money in, and not the shit they try to sell you where you just be a rapper, you just be a basketball player, you just be a football player, you just be a musician, and any of those things. Those are there, but that's the 1%. In reality, like especially when it comes to us, our skin color, when we break into a particular job field where there's not a lot of us, and it has to do with a particular skill, not a brotherhood, because there's brotherhoods, right? There's certain jobs where if you prove X, Y, and Z, oh, we're gonna bring you in. Well, that means that you have to sacrifice. But it's things that you have to kind of depend on yourself on your own, which is like what you do with your hands, what you do with your mouthpiece. If you are able to find a way to maximize that and then continue to work, you're gonna be in circles, man. You never thought you're gonna be around people that would never accept you before, but they can't deny your skill. So you have to believe in that, and you have to go through it. Because I'm like, there's gonna be a lot of faults. It's crazy as you get older, man. It's crazy as you get older. I'm like, nigga, mistakes is probably the greatest thing you can make in life.
Facts.
Especially if it has to do with something that you're trying to get to. Bron really out here, like he's playing hard, nigga. He want to win this game.
That nigga pushed that nigga right out the way. Like, you little boy.
I'm like, okay. So
in my season, though, boy, we was last in the East. Now we're in the 10th spot, baby. 8 out of the 10, out of the last 9 games, 8 out of 9, boy. 8-1, boy. You're 11 seasons as an NBA head assistant coach. That nigga's coach with the Lakers. I don't remember that nigga. He might have been on the staff. Yeah, Brian. It's crazy because we already beat these niggas earlier in the season. I know we can beat them again, but it's all about our third quarters, man. How we gonna come out?
My bad, y'all, man. I'm dealing with these goddamn allergies.
I don't understand why Darvin Ham won't try
to do better.
AD and Bron in it at the same time. I don't understand why he won't try that.
Well, I think during the course of the game. Well, you're saying not have them in at the same time is what you said?
Yeah, like put AD at that 4 so he can roam more. I feel like if he's at the 5, he has to just stay. Oh my gosh, he tried to boom that. But I just feel like he has to just sit in the paint versus if he was the 4, he could help more so weak side and be able to cover his side better versus having to just stay in the center. You feel me? Versus Thomas Bryant, he could stay in the center and then all that backdoor activity. And then you got Brown on the other side, he just as quick or quicker. You got what I'm saying? You got a different type of back line versus just having AD and Brown and then having, I don't know, somebody, Troy Brown. I think Troy Brown can score, but we talking about defensively. Like, why not try that big lineup though? 6'9", 6'10", 6'10". Like, why not try that?
Darvin Ham seems to be a little bit more invested in small ball.
Shit, invested in Pat Beverly, nigga. Shit.
I still won't wrap my head around. That's what I'm saying. That's the one nigga. Like, y'all could shit, you do trade him for a pick. Damn it, a 4th round pick, nigga. Who cares? Just trade that nigga. I'm like, why do y'all still have that man? Like, he just cold-blooded.
I mean, he should have been on the trading block, nigga.
There's reports that he is, but I'm just like, they saying they're only going to trade him if they get the right offer. And I'm just like, who the fuck is offering for Pat Bev the right offer that you looking for?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna get the right offer. What's the right offer, nigga? What you looking for, nigga? Out of this nigga. This nigga's 34 years old, nigga, and can't score the basketball.
Shit, nigga can't play defense neither. That nigga be genuinely running around, bro.
Yeah, I recruit him just sit down on somebody.
Am I lying? I'm like, he don't like. When's the last time you really seen Beverly just go crazy on defense? Like, this nigga may have 1 or 2 plays, but I'm like, his days of like consistently being a defensive stopper, being somebody who can be an effective person on the defensive, like he hasn't been that in the last 2-3 years. Ever since Tyronn Lue benched him on the Clippers, that nigga ain't never been the same. He
sure did bench that nigga. He knew this crackhead nigga is making me lose games.
Clippers have went up ever since then. And nigga, what the Lakers done?
We just got getting that nigga win. It's just because he starts, bro, and he's getting 0 points. Like, I don't care, Flu, whatever team you got, unless you got 3 other like when it was James Harden, Kyrie, and KD, maybe a nigga not getting any points could work. But if you don't got three niggas that all are just about a buck, nigga, you can't have a nigga in your starting lineup, especially with a nigga about to be 38 years old, getting 0 points, nigga. That is
Talk
not
about it.
me for success, bro. Like that puts more pressure on Bron because it's like, okay, you got to score more now and do more because this nigga can't.
Talk about it. But people don't want to acknowledge that though. People want to act like that's not the case.
Because I'm like, it was just like, look, I'm gonna give you a perfect example of how what Brian was going through, right? We played out. Oh, nigga broke his ribs.
Damn, how you break your ribs in a basketball game?
Somebody hit you with the elbow.
Come on, man. You ain't breaking nobody's ribs with an elbow.
You can
That's
though.
crazy. Nigga, you must be the most fragile nigga in the world. 2K needs to get rid of that.
Say that though.
Yes, I can.
If
No,
somebody's go on for a charge and a nigga come in full power, hit you with your knee, you could break.
went from a knee to an elbow, and also in today's game, absolutely not. That's not happening. Tell me last time a nigga got a broken rib playing in the NBA, nigga.
I don't know. I don't be knowing on the injury reports. I'm pretty sure it's happened though. I'm not saying it's a frequent injury. I'm just saying it. You know, it can happen. You making it seem like that's something.
Ain't nobody getting no motherfucking. That is impossible. Ain't nobody getting no rib break.
No, don't say impossible. It's not impossible,
bruh. Ain't nobody breaking their ribs playing basketball.
You want me to Google it? I'll Google it. When last somebody broke their ribs in hoops? We'll get the source right now.
Go ahead, Google it. That shit happened in 1960, nigga.
This nigga is crazy.
That happened in 1960. Come on, man. You trying to act like basketball, physical sport. It's only physical because there's a lot of games and you play on hardwood floor. But I'm like, the actual physicality of it is not physical at all.
Like, Andrew Bogut broke his ribs in 2014.
8 years ago.
Kevon Looney broke his ribs in 2019 in the finals.
How did he break his ribs?
I don't know. That's what they said.
You think he got elbowed, or do you think that man was fragile?
That's a big nigga, so I don't know.
Fragile. And big nigga don't mean nothing. How your body's built and how it's able to maintain what it is, size don't mean nothing, nigga.
Eric Bledsoe got an injury too, and he broke his ribs too.
In what year?
I don't know. They didn't say. Damian Lillard has separated his ribs in 2009.
Separated is nothing even near to broke.
I was just giving you what they were saying.
And I'm telling you, that's nothing near to broke. So that don't mean nothing. In other words, I was right. Ain't nobody breaking their ribs, bro.
Well, they are. They're just not as frequent like I said. I'm saying it's possible. You said it's impossible.
It's still impossible, nigga. Because they're not breaking their
ribs. It's been done.
They not breaking their ribs from a basketball game. They breaking their ribs because they not taking care of their bodies. Simple as that. Them niggas probably would have been regular niggas and still broke their ribs, bro. And if they went into a strenuous a situation. Do you know what it entails for your ribs to be broken?
You have to have some serious compact to it.
It has to be ridiculous. I'm like, that's not happening in basketball. Now we're talking football. Yeah, nigga. Yeah, I can see that. I'm like, come on, bro. Basketball,
it's possible, my boy. It's possible. You saying impossible?
15% of the time.
Still a percentage. You making it seem like it's 0%. 0% means never.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. Like I said, it's not a frequent injury, but I'm like, it's possible. If Brian was
too much smoke, huh?
If Brian was to go up and he need me in my shit, that's over for me. My shit's gone.
You're not gonna get no broken ribs, bro. Not from that. If you do, then I'm gonna be like, man, you gotta get back in the gym, bro. You need to strengthen yourself up because ain't no way you should be getting broken
got nothing to do about that though. Like,
what covers and protects your bone? What covers and protects your bone,
bro? If I jump in the air and I
what
land
covers
on my arm and I break
protects
my
your
leg,
bone?
That got nothing to do about me being in the gym.
Yes, it does because you can strengthen your wrists.
But I'm saying if I land on it wrong, it won't matter how strong it is. It can still
landing on something wrong is different from someone kneeing you in the ribs. Niggas get kneed in the ribs all the time in Muay. Niggas get kneed in the ribs all the time in Muay Thai as well as in MMA, specifically Muay Thai. Kickboxing, it happens as well, but Muay Thai, it happens all the time. Niggas is not breaking their ribs on a crazy amount. It
But you
happens
also
way
talking
more
about
than basketball, huh?
if a nigga twice my size with that inertia is coming full force and hits me in my rib, he has a higher chance of breaking my shit.
No,
Okay, I'm not gonna argue.
no. You trying to make your point. I understand, but nigga, basketball is not that physical, bro.
I'll get intel on it later, and then I'll report back on it because I'm like I don't have the fullest of knowledge, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like.
Bro, you talking to a nigga who enjoys combat sports. For you to say breaking a rib in basketball and probably one of the most least physical
I'm not. But you
sports
saying that it's
period is very rare. It's when breaking your ribs doesn't happen often in combat sports, I'm not going to believe it happens often in a non-combat sport.
I never said it happened often. You said it never happens. You said never, impossible.
I only said that after you insinuated that it happens a lot because you
I
did in the
never
beginning.
said that it happens a lot. I never said that. I said it can happen.
Okay.
Never
No,
said it happens a lot.
You changed that when I started questioning and challenging it. You made it seem like it was a common injury that would happen. You said it could happen off of an elbow to the ribs.
It could though. I'm not saying that
in basketball. It's never happened to an elbow to the ribs in combat sports. How can it happen in basketball?
I said it could happen. Anything can happen, bro.
See, right? So that's what I was responding to.
I didn't make that saying like that. That response doesn't mean that it happens often. Though. That doesn't
something that happens rare, and you're saying it could possibly happen out of nowhere. And you're saying there is a possibility that there's anything that can happen in basketball where someone could break their rib. So you think there's a high likelihood of it happening?
You want to shoot a nigga in the head, he most likely dies. But if he doesn't die, that means it's rare, right? That it can happen. So if I say, "Oh, you get shot in the head and still live," nigga gonna be like, "Nigga, that's rare. That don't happen, but it can happen, though, right?" But if I told you a nigga got shot in the head, you would automatically think he's dead, right? You wouldn't think, "Oh, that nigga's probably alive," right?
I'm gonna let you get away with this one.
I'm
gonna let you get away with this one.
Oh, there we go.
I'm like, you're arguing on something that rarely happens, and you try to make it seem like it was common in the NBA, and I'm like, it's not. You try to make it happen. Okay.
Me making a statement saying it could happen does not make that.
You definitely didn't make a statement saying it could happen. You definitely made it seem like it was a very common thing. I was like, you can't.
You said, how could he get hit and injured in the ribs? I said, maybe an elbow. That doesn't mean that happens.
I didn't say that. I did not say that. You brought that up. You talked about the injury of the rib with someone being elbowed. He's like, he probably got. I don't remember who you were talking about, but you brought that up. And I said, man,
I'm talking about my game. I'm saying he broke his ribs.
And I said, well, how it happened? You said from an elbow. He's like, it could happen from an elbow. I was like, man, they got to take that out of 2K, man. I'm like, you can't break your ribs or in the NBA like it's something that can happen all the time. I don't remember specifically what I said.
He was like, yeah, that happens. In the game because it's possible to happen. That's why it's in the game.
No.
Okay. If it wasn't possible, they wouldn't put it in there.
Nobody getting elbowed and getting injured, nigga.
Nigga, clearly, if not getting elbow is the cause of the injury, breaking your ribs is still possible, regardless.
It rarely happens. That shit shouldn't be happening in the game. Last time that shit happened was 2014, nigga.
I just told you 2019, Kevon Looney broke his rib.
In the game?
Yes, in the finals.
In the game, he broke his ribs.
I just said that, yes.
Correct that, because they don't show you when it happens. Because I remember, ain't nobody got hurt and they broke their ribs in the game. I never remember nobody holding their side. From what I remember, it was outside of the actual game.
So how did Kevon break his ribs outside of that game, bro?
It was practice, supposedly.
So he did it playing basketball.
How you know that?
Bro, what was he doing? That's what I'm asking you. If you don't know
weight training? Is there weight training?
I don't know. Not during no finals. I wouldn't assume that nigga's doing all that.
You don't have to do a lot. It can be exhaustion or overtraining from the body. I'm like, there's a multitude. Huh?
Then his rib just cracked.
Yes. If you're not taking care of your body properly and you're putting mad strenuous stress on your body and you're not taking care of it properly, including weights, then yes, you will have an injury like that. You can get a pulled pectoral muscle. You can have a strained calf. You can end up breaking. You can end up having a crack in your ribs. You can end up having a break in your ribs if you're doing the wrong things. You're not taking care of your body. Yes.
I remember when he got it, bro. Went up, nigga got hit in his side, nigga. He went down, nigga, and everybody's like, "What's going on with Kevon?" You can go Google it, bro, on the finals. When Kevon got hit in his side, he fell right to the ground. Niggas like, "What's wrong with him?" Nigga end up later getting diagnosed with broken ribs.
So yeah,
Like
you
I said,
just
it can happen.
no. I'm like you just actually agree with my point. So obviously he was not taking care of his body.
Bro, he still, regardless what you're saying, he still broke his rib. You try to make it seem like he
Yeah,
didn't
but
break
not
his
from the
rib.
physical contact. No, I didn't. I'm like not from the physical contact. I don't think you're understanding my point. I think you're looking at it very from a very basic standpoint, which is understandable because you know what I'm saying you love basketball. So you, like basketball is not that physical. Like it's not at all, especially nowadays. Like it's the farthest from it's the most least physical sport right now. If you breaking your ribs in basketball, you're not taking care of your body. Simple as that. And that's why it's so rare that it happened. You gave me 5 points or 5 people that's done it over the course of a 40, 50, 60-year league. So you're telling me, oh, there's a 1% chance of this happening. Like you said, if I shoot this guy in the head and he believes it can happen, there's a possibility of him living. I don't deal with like that's that. I'm gonna be respectful right now. So I'm like that's I don't deal with anomalies. I don't deal with possibilities. I deal with the normalities of things. On average, what is the usual? If I say if I get in the ring and Deontay Wilder, he's not gonna knock me out. I'm different. Most people are gonna argue, man, but all these other people, 40 people, because that's how most people look at things. But when people argue their point, now they want to look at the well, this. What about this 1% chance of this? It's like, come on.
All I'm
Why we
saying
got to
is,
say the truth?
that's been my whole point. It is possible for you to break your ribs in basketball.
If you're not
Regardless
taking care of your body, it won't be from the physicality of basketball. It'll be from if you're not taking care of your body, because that's the only times. In my personal opinion, this whole time I was trying to order food, and Zen man was keeping me from doing it because he has that's a terrible opinion, man. I truly believe that.
Hey, man.
How you feel about that?
Don't pass it. Don't pass it. Ooh, that's crazy.
Salute to the peeps, to the people.
That's crazy.
Everybody out there.
Giannis really is like the modern day Bron, because that nigga just did some shit I saw Giannis do the other night. Clearly,
Don't
Bron's
disrespect LeBron James saying Giannis is a modern day Bron. That's crazy, bro.
I'm talking about as far as physicality, he is. Like he comes down the lane and niggas just get out that way.
Specify the physicality part, but I'm like Giannis is not on my man Bron's level.
Giannis cannot shoot. Bron can shoot.
No, I'm not about that because Bron really couldn't shoot. A lot of people said Bron wasn't able to shoot in the beginning.
Man, please.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Giannis is not Bron.
I seen Bron hitting 8 threes in 2007 against the Bucks, nigga. That nigga could shoot. I'm not saying his shit was the most accurate.
I'm not saying he could shoot. Bro, nigga. I'm not saying I'm telling you the narrative. I'm like that. I'm just saying don't compare Giannis to Bron. I'm like they are not nowhere near the same unless you specify that.
But you knew that.
You don't have a LeBron fan getting offended.
You knew I was talking like
that. I did it. That's why I said it, nigga.
But we've already established that nigga was like that. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't thinking about that. I'm thinking about now.
This guy.
And I heard you compare him to Bron, and I said specify what you're talking about.
Ooh, excuse me.
Why do you want to hear that shit?
Like I said, nigga, Bron is the modern day. Giannis is the modern day Bron as far as the physicality, nigga.
It's also, technically, I could disagree with that too because I'm like, there's really not no physicality in this day and age.
That nigga be playing physical.
Like as much as they allow it. You know what I'm saying?
Bron still play physical. You see how he bumped that nigga Aaron Gordon out the way? Get the hell out of my way, boy.
It's nowhere near to what it used to be, though. Come on, man.
Nigga, before he would just jump over that nigga. He wasn't really just knocking niggas over like that. He was blowing by niggas easily. It was no need no bump.
You crazy,
Bro.
You telling me it was the same back then than it was now?
Of course, the defense and all that was a little bit physical. I'm not stupid, but I'm just saying, like, you can still get physical if you're a physical player. Not
You
as
talking
much.
about
You can't just back dingers down and knock them
bro?
over.
Come on, man. I'm like, it's completely different. I'm like, all the people who are getting out of the way for Giannis, they want to be getting out of the way for Giannis back then, because you would be allowed to do more. I'm like, you can even question the physicality, because I'm like, if you want to say, like, the closest thing to Bron, since Bron was playing when it guards of physicality, you can say Giannis, but to say he's like prime Bron when it comes to physicality, I don't agree with that. Because it was a different time. That's how I feel. I feel competitive, so I'm going crazy with it. What you got?
I'm just like, nigga, I'm not sitting here trying to agree with you, nigga. I'm telling you what I see. You can see what you see. That's how I see it. I'm like, the way that nigga Giannis come down the lane and be booming that shit, that's how Brian used to. It just was different because Brian was way more athletic than that nigga. Best athlete we've ever seen in the NBA. I mean, some niggas will tell you Jordan, but shit. Jordan wasn't doing all that, nigga, the way he taking off on niggas at 38.
Facts. Nah, nigga was just crazy.
He could
But at the
dunk.
same time, the same argument I'm making, they be like, well, Jordan, he played in the more physical era. So it's like, I gotta keep it 100.
Niggas was clotheslining niggas back then and would not get kicked out the game. They had a thing called team fines. The team would just get fined, and then they would have to pay the fines at the end of the year. Like now, if you even like touch the nigga and he fall over crazy, they'll give you a flagrant one.
Like, niggas is going crazy, bro, nowadays.
What you mean?
I'm not doubting. My bad. I mean, back in the day. My bad. I'm over here. I'm like a little distracted. I'm ordering my food, so that's why I'm about to order
like,
right
bro,
now. So
against Jordan, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. When the Pistons played that nigga, bro, that nigga went up for a layup one time, bro. That nigga Dennis Rodman and Lambeer just took this nigga out the air. I'm like, yo, what? It was just a regular foul. I was like, damn, that's crazy. Like, and I'm not trying to make exalt Jordan just way ahead because of that, but I'm saying that's crazy how that was even allowed, nigga. Like, a nigga going for a dunk, take it out like that. Like, if you did that now, you might get suspended for like 10 games or some shit like that.
Bro, you probably get kicked out the league, bro. They be like, man, you gotta go. We don't condone this, okay?
They went on a
just
game
knocked him
winner.
out.
Oh, Kyrie! Hey!
You see that? They showed that earlier, didn't they?
I didn't know it was for game. I thought that was like on some end of the half type shit.
They showed Kyrie like him and KD like, yeah. All right, I ordered my food. I'm back in the game, baby. We going crazy with it.
It's crazy. I like that the Brooklyn Nets are doing good now, because before it was looking like they might not even make the playoffs for a little second, but they got it together.
And when you had a GOAT KD, man, you can never underestimate your abilities to be the best.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
And we switched up on Bron.
I flip-flop sometimes, man. Like white men wearing sandals, you know what I'm saying?
So, you stupid. So you saying KD's one all time?
Yeah. I'm like, how can you argue against it?
We're not talking about eye tests. We're talking about everything.
Everything, yo. What's there to argue?
What do you mean?
What's there to argue?
What has he done better than Bron?
Oh, you saying like in the sense of if he's better than Bron? I was kind of trolling there. I'm not saying he's better than Bron, but I'm like, the argument is like KD's not one of the greatest is crazy. I'm like, KD, his legacy will be better than Steph's.
Bro, but it's crazy. If you go look at every top list, bro, they got Steph over that nigga.
Yeah, I know, because I'm like, they try to make it seem as if Steph staying with one team matters more than what KD did. But I'm like, from what I remember, KD was he went over to Golden State, Steph's team, and he won 2 Finals MVPs.
Sure did. But I'm just not like, Steph got 4 of them things too, though. He got 2 without him, so it's not like he ain't win because KD got there neither, right? Like, gotta give Steph his props still. Now, I wouldn't say Steph is a better, like, everybody else might call me crazy, but I don't think
he won those 2 championships because KD was there. He wouldn't have won those 2 championships if KD didn't come over. That'd have been Bron in Cleveland, bro.
It for sure would have. They wouldn't have won back to back. When they still had Kyrie, they would have lost that next year. They would have repeated.
That's what I'm saying.
If Kyrie leaves,
let's not act. They admitted that. by leaking that information, they admitted like, yo, yeah, we wouldn't have won, nigga, if we didn't go get KD. That's why KD was the MVP. I'm like, if they would have been, if Steph was that good, they would have got KD, and they still would. Well, excuse me. If they would have got KD, and when they won, Steph would have still been Finals MVP. If Steph was really that nigga.
But you can't say that though, because he didn't even win it the first year they won it. But
talk to me. I'll talk back. You proving my point more.
But he was the best nigga on the team, though. It's just because Iggy was.
I think that was bullshit, though. Steph should have got it that year.
Come on, bro. Don't do that, bro. Because I'm like, they gave it to Iggy because he somehow slowed down LeBron. And nigga, Bron averaged 37, 10, and 9, nigga. Crazy. One of the craziest finals is to this day I saw, nigga. I'm like, he's beating these niggas by himself. Bro, that shit was crazy. When Matthew Dellavedova, he gave Timothy Mozgov $60 million on the Lakers, nigga. They don't even know how bad the Lakers got conned after that shit.
Let me ask you this. Conned, bro. Everyone always wants to talk about, LeBron with the Heat, Chris Bosh. But I'm just saying with Cleveland, I'm just like, what is what has Kevin Love done since or before Cleveland team? Because we always want to argue that Cleveland was a super team as well.
Well, Minnesota was just weak, but Kevin Love was a great player over there. He was doing his thing, and then
they were losing, right? They was losing, right?
Yeah, Minnesota's been trash since KG left, though. Like, that's just a fact. KG's the only reason.
But people want to make Kevin Love, they want to hype him up more than what he is. Respectfully to Kevin Love, he's a very, very, very solid player, but he was putting up unreal stats on a losing team.
No, I'm not saying that they was winning, but I'm just saying, besides Kevin Garnett, that's the only time they even had any playoffs, anything. So I'm not trying to blame Kevin Love. I'm just saying that franchise is not known for bringing in players to do anything.
That's fine. It was a weak team. He was not good enough to make a weak team good. Because if you're a real, true, legitimate all-star, you can make a weak team at least 500.
No, I'm not trying to say that nigga's all world by any means. So, like
the perception of him right now of Kevin Love is as if he's like when they look back at him, they're like, man, you had Kevin Love, you had Kyrie. It's like, no, this nigga had Kyrie. That's it. And by the way, I love you, Kyrie, but we can say the same thing about you, Kyrie. You never led a team by yourself where you even got into the playoffs, bro.
Not a option. I mean, you could say Boston, but Boston's team is good.
He didn't lead Boston. Nigga had Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Like, come on, bro.
No, I'm saying he was the best player on that team. Like,
but he didn't lead them.
But I'm saying, he got to the playoffs on those teams. I'm not trying to say that he was the astronomical leader, but he was on the team, though.
Did they make the playoffs before he was there?
Yeah, they made the playoffs before he was there. I said he got on a good team.
So you can't include that. I'm talking about a team that he led, that he was supposed to be the man. He never was able to lead. Like, I'm just talking about just strictly playoffs or being in a winning record or having a winning record or just having a winning record.
But I'm saying it was his team, though. You can't say it wasn't because they traded IT away, right? So they went from giving it IT's team to Kyrie's team. Regardless if Jaylen Brown and Tatum was on there and they was going to be what they was now, at that time they was not them.
It was both of those players. It was Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown's team at that time. They were trying to figure out what they wanted to do as far as look. It was not his team when he was playing. The reason why it wasn't his team and the reason why I could prove that, see, you're looking that way. If it was his team, why'd they trade him? You don't trade away the dude who was supposed to be their team. Because you're a temporary solution. I'm sitting here. You could play take away from being in a basketball player's perspective. Think about it being in a front office perspective. You can play as good as you want, but nigga, I can't win with you long term. This ain't your team, nigga. That's why I drafted Jaylen Brown. That's why I got Jason Tatum. You here for now. Enjoy it, but this ain't your team, bro.
You being disrespectful because it was his team when he was there. But they traded him away because Kyrie won a championship.
No,
we get Kyrie to fill the seats more than the IT. Statement. It is. IT was 5'9", Kyrie 6'2".
If it's his team, they're not traded. You think is Jason Tatum getting traded away? If it's your team, you don't get traded, bro.
I'm gonna ask you this: name me 159 nigga that doesn't matter. That hasn't gotten traded for a nigga that's taller.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. Height always matters. If that doesn't matter, there'd be a lot of 5'9" niggas in the league.
If you're that guy, it doesn't matter. That's because 5'9" niggas That's
Bro,
because look, let me finish. Let me finish. For you to try to make it about height has nothing to do with skill. You got niggas who are 6'5", 6'8" who can do the same thing as a 5'9" nigga. That's why 5'9" niggas don't matter. I'm sorry. Love y'all.
So
Appreciate y'all. But if you a short nigga and somebody taller can do the same shit, ain't nobody finna pick you, bro.
So you made my point that they got rid of that nigga because they can get a taller nigga that can do way better than him. That's what their thinking was.
No, right? It's like you're not listening. I'm like, you have to understand if your skill level is on the same playing field as someone who, let's even put it in even, let's say working form, who has more experience than you, they're gonna choose them. If someone who talks better than you, but you got the same skill level, they're gonna choose him. I'm like, there's always going to be a point where if you're on the same playing field, they're going to look at it and they're going to say, all right, what else does he bring to the table? Isaiah Thomas, what else did he bring to the table? If he was that guy, they would have said, oh, he's that guy. I'm keeping him here. He's not going anywhere because what else does he bring to the table? Everyone loves him. We're making a lot of money. We're going to be able to get to a chip. We're going to be able to do X, Y, and Z. We're not going to be, they look at it and they're like, we're not going to be able to do this with this guy. So guess what? We're going to go out. We're going to go get Kyrie. Because supposedly we think we can do that with him. It doesn't have to do with this nigga 3-4 inches taller than him. That does not matter. If you are that nigga, height doesn't matter. How you look doesn't matter. You matter.
Say that though. You average 28 points a game. You were top 5 in the league in scoring. You're that nigga at that moment. So you can't say that height don't matter because they clearly traded him. If he was 6'3" doing that, they would not have traded him. I guarantee you, bro. Because Derrick Rose averaged 25 points a game and he won MVP, nigga. It's not like he averaged something crazier than that. But
bro, Derrick Rose
and he was booming.
If that's really your mindset, that's a terrible mindset to have. Like if he wasn't tall and he was booming that shit, that's crazy.
Didn't go into that organization when them niggas was not.
You're gonna limit yourself if you think if you think that way in life. You're gonna limit yourself from a lot of opportunities because you're gonna say, "Oh, there's certain aspects where it doesn't matter how good I am. This person always gonna have an upper hand on me," rather than saying, "Okay, what is the particular skill that he has above me that I don't have?" It always comes down to skill. I'm telling you this right now. I don't care if it's the NBA. I don't care if it's motherfucking NFL. I don't care if it's regular business. It always comes down to what does he have that I don't, and it's never has to do with something as simple as, oh, this motherfucker taller than me, or oh, this motherfucker white, or oh, this motherfucker Mexican. It doesn't come down to that.
So you're trying to bring more skillful niggas that's smaller than a more skillful nigga that's 6'4" that's taller. Are you trying to tell me that? Because that's what you're telling me. You're saying little niggas don't have more skill than niggas that are taller than them. That's what you're trying to tell me.
They may have more skill than them, but if they're not able to impact the game the way they need to,
is that skill matters and it trumps all that.
So and I also said it's not just skill. I said there's intangibles. So I'm like, if it's skill, if someone's more skillful than you, if I'm more skillful than this person, they pick this other person, I have to figure out what do they have over me that I don't. Maybe I'm not as skillful as I think.
But I'm saying Kyrie's never averaged 28 points a game leading his team. IT was the leader of that team, correct or not?
No, that's correct.
So why? So you're saying height don't matter, but it clearly had some impact on that decision because they said we can do better with Kyrie because we probably is taller and he's won a championship.
Okay, correct? So if you're thinking that simple, what has IT done after that?
He got a hip injury. He ain't been the same. So
he had a hip injury with Boston. If IT is that good, what has he done after? If he's that skillful, if he's that much better than Kyrie, what has he done after?
I told you he had a hip injury, so he has not been the same. So if he doesn't get
excuse. That's an excuse. He had a hip injury during that time, and he decided to take the surgery. He's healthy. He had the surgery. He's healthy.
But you don't.
Why is he hasn't been able to flourish in any other system other than the Boston Celtics system the way he did?
But you
don't think it had anything to do with the system, or he just a little nigga and it's all about tall niggas.
But you got to remember though, if you're small, your speed is your best advantage. So if he doesn't have the same burst anymore, Bo Jackson's whole career ended off of a hip injury.
You're proving my point, bro.
But I'm saying though, if he's not being able to get back into his act, I'm saying if he doesn't get hurt, he probably can turn it around. He probably could.
He was hurt during Boston. He chose not to take the hip surgery. He chose to keep playing.
Okay, so the surgery messed them up. I'm saying.
The surgery didn't mess him up. Nigga, I'm telling you, there's intangibles that you don't see. There's a reason why you look at something you're saying he's that guy. He's not that guy. Why is he not that guy? Because his hips fucked up. I know he needs hip surgery. I also know he's playing absolutely amazing, but there's one intangible that I know about. If he ends up going and getting this hip surgery, he's not going to be the same. He's a smaller guy. Everything is based off athleticism, how fast he moves. He's not going to be able to move the same way he does. Kyrie's had a multitude of injuries. You think that they're just picking him up just because, this nigga's 6'2", 6'3", and he can do all the shit he can do? He's had multiple injuries
because they figured that they can his championship, winning the championship the way he did, could bring that into Boston. Like you said, they're trying to get to the chip, right?
No,
because you can say the system, but I'm like, why didn't
draft? Who did they draft? Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. They were never building around Kyrie. They were never building around Isaiah Thomas. There's very obvious like signs. I'm like, this is how people get. Oh, I got fired. I thought I was that nigga. It's like, no, there's obvious signs where they're saying you think you're that guy, but you're not that guy. And then you want to blame it on things like, I wasn't that tall. If it just had to do with your height, why aren't you playing for any NBA team? Why didn't you play for one since then?
He did.
He's healthy. He's healthy. He
got on the Denver Nuggets.
He's healthy. He's not in the NBA. He ain't scoring that. He ain't playing that. So if that's the case,
what nigga in the league right now is under 5'10"? Tell me.
That's because none of them can do the things that are do. Bro, if I'm 6'5" and I can do the same thing a 5'10" nigga could do, guess what?
Height matters.
No. If I'm 6'5" and I can do the same thing the 5'10" nigga can do, what can the 5'10" nigga not do? The nigga can't come in and duck it every time. The nigga doesn't have the same weight. So I'm obviously more skillful than you because I can do the same things you can, but I'm a taller person. If you're smaller, nigga, you better be able to be more skillful. That's why Kyrie is in the league. That's why if you have someone who's 6'1", if you have someone like Chris Paul, 6 foot, 5'10", he's not athletic, but he made a point to make sure all my skill assets, what I can do in my position is better than what you can do. All I see is there's no 5'10" niggas under in the league is because they think, I'm more skilled than you because I'm smaller than you. Nah, nigga. You got to pick your shit up. You got to be better than that. And if you're not, then you're not getting in.
Patrick Beverly in the league.
Patrick Beverly's like 6'2". The nigga apparently plays amazing defense. He apparently plays amazing defense. So he's a short nigga in comparison for his position. He doesn't. What a lot of people would say, he doesn't have much skill, but apparently he can play defense a lot better than some of these taller dudes. He can guard guards on a whole nother level. So there is intangibles. When you want to talk about Matthew Dellavedova, they have him listed as 6'4". He's probably really 6'3", 6'2". He played great defense when he was in the league. There's intangibles that will keep you on the league where height doesn't matter. I'm like, niggas that be so focused on height, it's like that shit is funny to me because I'm like,
so niggas that are taller don't have a better chance. That's not a fact. You
tell me. I'm trying to figure out a tall nigga in the league who isn't gifted. I'm trying to figure out a tall nigga in the league who isn't gifted, talent-wise, skill-wise. I'm trying to figure out a tall nigga in the league who isn't on that. You put that nigga in the gym, he won't make fucking 10, 15 shots in a row.
Shit, nigga.
We're talking about the NBA.
Just because you're in the NBA doesn't mean that you gifted.
Oh, man, that sounds like hate.
Was Luke Walton gifted? Was Luke Walton gifted?
Yes. At the age of when I was a young nigga, I would say no because I was a hater. But I'm like, yeah, absolutely. He would outplay any nigga I know. Luke Walton? I'm like, for you to even contest that's crazy.
So, is Luke Walton better than a nigga like Jamal?
Yes, way better. It's not even close. For you to think any differently, my nigga, like that's a problem.
What did Luke Walton do better than what Jamal could do?
Everything. He's taller. He can pass better. He can shoot better. He can be part of a team better. He can dunk on niggas just like that. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about?
Luke Walton was not dunking on niggas.
That's because he was playing in a league full of people who was skilled. Did you ever see him in an open run?
No. Did you?
No, that's my point. So obviously he got there because of it. I'm like, for you to for people to I never understand people to downplay professional sports. I used to do that, but I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I got to I look at it the same way when I look at boxing and people be looking at promoters and stuff like that. I'm like, for y'all to really think like these professional basketball players' skill level is on the same level as, you know what I'm saying, people who just hooping at the gym is crazy. I'm like, these niggas are there for a reason. Like, these niggas was top high school players, top college players. It's very rare you'll see someone get into the league where they're undrafted or whatever the case may be. And when they do, a lot of times you look at you look back at their resume, you'll be like, oh, okay, he was somewhat of an anomaly. There's always anomaly when it comes to these things. When it comes to being put in that position, most motherfuckers got to work really hard to get it, and they did as well. But I'm like, for y'all, the people discredit pros is crazy to me. That's crazy. I ordered my whole meal and it got canceled. You really think Jamal's better than Luke Walton, bro?
He has different tangibles that are better. I mean, Luke probably can play his role better than Jamal in the league as far as just being a role player. But as far as
That's
being the
all that
nigga on the
matters.
team, I don't know. Jamal getting dumb chicken over there. He love, so he not weak.
Nigga, that's in a league that's significantly a less skill level playing field. Like, you're going to get way less competition when it comes as far as skill. Like, that's a crazy statement, bro.
But you
Come
know,
on,
it's
now.
also
Ain't no way
about
you that
marketing,
biased, bro.
right? So
Ain't
it's
no
not
way you
always
that
about
biased, bro.
skill. It's also about marketing and what they want, right? The Lakers
No.
drafted Lonzo because they thought it would be a good story, not because he was better than Jason Tatum, correct?
But Lonzo was a top high school, like number one high school player, though. It's like you basically trying to choose between the top players in the league. I'm like, you can't simplify it that much. You ain't talking about just some regular nigga who was in a certain high school where he put up dumb numbers. No, we're talking about niggas where he's already presented as a star before he goes into college. He goes into college, does what he's supposed to do, and then he's about to be drafted. Like, that's a different scenario. I can't even look at it in the same way. That's a crazy way to look at it, honestly. That's a crazy statement. Like, Jamal is good. He from where he from. He good. But I'm like, there's a reason why he didn't make it to the NBA. That's the fact.
He did make it to the NBA. He's just not in the NBA no longer. He made it.
Okay.
He did. He got drafted. You can Google it.
I know that. I was there when the draft happened, but I was talking about like being in it at least for a fucking year, which isn't a problem. I don't know why niggas be so sensitive. I'm not dissing nobody. I'm like, you come just you supposed to do this. I'll be 100%. Like, yeah, I was supposed to do this, and that. I'm like, I'm just being honest. I'm like, if a nigga came to me and said I'd accept everything, like all this cap, like why we got to be fake about it? I'm like, this is just what it is. This is reality. Nigga didn't make it in the NBA. Okay, it's fine. It's not a big deal. He's making big money in China. He's making big money overseas. Like, who cares? Like, we don't got a cap to make it seem like shit better. I'm like, nigga, no, it didn't work.
I still think that Kyrie, when he was on Boston, he was still the best nigga on that team. I'm not saying he was the greatest leader, but they got to the playoffs.
They got to the playoffs the year before without him.
Still got there. It's not like when he got there, they stopped going.
I hope not, nigga. If they did, he would look like a way worse than he did. Like, for you to come to a team and then y'all do worse than before, and y'all looked at it as a star. That's crazy. It's like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Is halftime over?
Yeah, the game been going.
I ain't been watching it. I was mad because I'm like, my fucking cancel my order, bro. Shit was fucked up.
Did the place closed or something?
I just do that a lot of times when you order late. That's why I should have ordered earlier, but this is like I wasn't hungry like that earlier. I had no taste for nothing. So I was like, let me get a taste for something, then I'll order something. But I'm like, that's always my downfall when I do that, because it always ends up being way too late for anything.
I feel you.
I could fuck with that. That would actually be fire. I'm not even finna lie to you. I was talking to myself. Salute to people that are out here. Me and Zen been going back and forth. Been one of the more aggressive podcasts. It's been a good time.
No, sir.
I need to get my hair cut, and I need to get my hair redid, bro.
You gonna go back to your Muslim brothers?
Nah. Them niggas, I remember I told you last time, niggas talking too much. I ain't like how he cut my hair. That shit pissed me off.
Last time you
Like
did
I
something.
enjoy the conversation, nigga, but don't not pay attention to what the fuck you supposed to be doing while you having the conversation.
Have you ever not paid for a cut?
No, I always pay for the cut. Unless if they would have like nigga like type shit, do some crazy shit, then I probably have to consider it. But I've always paid for a cut.
Oh, that's a mismatch. Oh yeah, that's good. Pat. What are you doing? Oh, he made that. That's crazy.
RPPNB.
Damn. Wow. What's up with us not making no free throws? It's killing me. Damn, they ain't going crazy. I gotta stop this thing.
I'm about to complain to these niggas because I'm like, I can't be waiting that long, and then y'all cancel like 30 minutes later. That's crazy. In my personal opinion, that's crazy. Am I tripping? That's kind of crazy to me.
I mean, shit. Somebody should let you know like within 5 minutes if they're gonna take the order or not.
They should already know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, y'all should know if y'all finna go through with that. Like, that's crazy.
Like
Y'all gonna
five
tell
minutes
me
is reasonable, but it's like, you know, anything before that kind of be hard. Yeah.
like y'all telling me mad late. Like, how y'all just gonna tell me mad late and think that's just cool and I'm gonna be okay with that?
They don't care about your appetite. They like should have got it earlier.
And you shouldn't be advertising your shit to deliver at this time. I want to order from you.
But now for sure 5 minutes, the person at the store should know like I'm either gonna make this or nah, I'm not making that. And then just like cancel that order or something. I don't even know how it works at the restaurant, honestly. I never seen a DoorDash. Well, that's a good layup. A DoorDash or a Oop when I never seen it. So I don't know what it looks like when it pop up on the screen. Like I don't know if it's like the same as if somebody call in or what.
And I ain't finna lie to you. I'm finna get a veggie burger now.
Yeah.
Whole ass niggas.
But you
Oh,
gonna
they
get
got
it from
carne
my guy?
asada fries. Nah, it's from this little burger spot that be open late, like downtown. They got carne asada fries though. That shit look fire. I'm trying to think. Do I want to try and go with that? But I'm like, when they start making carne asada, nigga?
Was this a Mexican place?
Nah, it's just like a burger joint.
You should be happy. That's a good little option to have. Ah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see what's happening with it. Yeah, I don't know, man. One of the hardest things is finding like that shit pisses me off though a lot, man. I'm like, y'all really, really play me, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna get these sour. Damn. How do they not accept no special instructions? Like, bro, I don't want no sour cream on this shit. So I can't tell these niggas I don't want no sour cream. Like, you don't even give it the option. It's crazy, bro. That's one of the worst things, man, when it comes to ordering.
It might be new then.
Now they've been there for a minute. I always order from. Well,
No,
not always. I used to order from them. Oh, that the carne. Yeah, I never seen the carne asada fries before, bro.
so they probably haven't updated like being able to like either add because you should be able to add on some too if you want to add like extra carne asada or something. But they should have the option because what if you're allergic to something?
Yeah, I know that's crazy.
You
We
could
trying to
die.
play niggas. It's
I
all
wonder
good.
if you can.
I'm still gonna get it.
I wonder
Hopefully the
who you
sour.
would sue for that if you had like an allergy thing. But I guess that just blame it on you, huh? Because you didn't have to order it.
Yeah, probably they'd be like, nigga, you should never ordered this shit in the first place.
So So what if you order something and you have the instructions that you don't want that on there, and then you end up getting it, and without looking at it, you just eat it, and then something crazy happened? Would that be on the restaurant or what?
It all depends. Like I'm like, I ordered this shit. I know I'm not gonna like the sour cream. I wish I could have just told them like I don't want no fucking sour cream on this shit.
Damn.
I wonder if I can tell like the store. I wonder if it's possible. I'm about to do some crazy shit. Let's see. I'm chilling right now, y'all, man. I ain't been watching the game. None. I ain't finna lie to you. I'm over here. It's supposed to be a late broadcast, nigga. I ain't watching shit now. A little bit. What's y'all? Y'all winning? Oh, that nigga put me on or went on mute. So I'm trying right now. I'm seeing if there's a way. If I can't somehow get the virtual help, not to tell these niggas, what I'm finna do is I'm gonna call the store. I don't give a fuck.
And what? Tell them after you place the order.
Yeah, if I got you, I'll call these niggas, man. I don't want no fucking sour cream on shit. That shit nasty. Man,
Unless
why
you
does DoorDash support
got like
being weird?
ooh,
It's saying options. You didn't even give me no options, bruh. Who's winning? Who's winning the game though?
it's on commercial. I think the Lakers are down 10 though. Last time I looked.
Ugh. Y'all gonna end up getting ran.
I don't know, man. It's getting harder and harder to watch the Lakers because it's like we actually have potential to do good, but we just won't do right. What
I
it
just think
is,
y'all
though,
missing some
bro,
key pieces.
to be real, bro, we supposed to have a piece to make LeBron the third option. To be real with you,
Yup.
like I
But
know
I
that
mean,
sounds
LeBron's
crazy,
still y'all first or second option, nigga.
huh?
I said LeBron's still y'all first or second option.
Facts. Shit, sometimes it's first, man.
Yeah.
Would you spill
All right,
something?
here we go. I got something. If I got a motherfucking column, I will. Okay, y'all not down by 10.
We was though. We must have got a couple buckets.
Okay. Salute to the people. I ain't even equal. 10-4. You don't even feel like it's 11 o'clock over here on my time, man. I've been chilling, man. It's crazy. That nigga Aaron Gordon got dreads. I remember when that nigga just had a straight, just shaved head. Not shaved, but you know what I'm saying.
You said what?
I was just talking shit. And they said I
You
can't
know
even
what's
change
crazy?
it. They said it got to be sour cream. It's like you can't even call and be like, you telling me?
You call a restaurant on your own accord. Just get the number from
Yeah, I know.
Google. And then when you place the order, just call in and be like, hey, I just placed the order through DoorDash. I don't know what you're using, but whatever you're using.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do that right now.
And then, yeah. You know what's crazy? Aaron Gordon was supposed to be so much like his potential was so high coming out of high school. He just is just not just try to get like he was what Miles Bridges was doing. Like how Miles Bridges was, oh, that's a good rebound. Damn, you got to make that. Like how Miles Bridges went
Shit.
from just dunking the ball to like actually be able to shoot the three and get on the dribble and you feel me?
My
Like
Bridges low ball better, nigga.
he is better, but I'm saying that was what AG's ceiling was supposed to get to. Like I feel like if Miles Bridges didn't have this incident happen, he could have averaged like 22 or something on the Charlotte Hornets this year, in my opinion.
I'm about
It's
to
good to see
call
them
these
all.
motherfuckers.
Uh, hey y'all, if y'all didn't notice, um, you see how me and Flu, you feel me? We had just different, looks and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie, I was kind of trolling a little bit just to get under his skin, like, cause sometimes Flu get into this mode where he just gets so passionate, and you feel me? Like I could care less, like if I was right or wrong, like it didn't matter to me like that, like. But damn, I'm over here talking and I'm fucking up. I just wish Shooter could shoot, man. They said they're gonna take care of you.
Yeah, I could tell when I first started off. I was like, I just wanted to make a change in order, and I could tell at first he was like, "Man, what change?" And I was like, "I just want no sour cream on my fries." He was like, "Oh yeah, I got you." I was like, "Oh, yeah, nigga." He thought I was gonna say something crazy.
It'll work. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah.
Because somebody
He thought I was gonna say something crazy.
Toast the bun half, and then the other half don't toast, and then
Yo,
we have 4 pickles on there. 4 is very, very
that's how
important.
his energy was. Like he thought I was really finna be on some shit. And then when I just told him, he was like, "Oh yeah, I got you, brother." I was like, "Okay, man." That shit was
Did he
funny.
twist his ankle? Ah!
That wasn't that bad though.
But when you land on something you're not expecting to land on, it hurt that much more.
Man, he got adrenaline going through him, man. He'll be all right. That wasn't that bad.
Yeah, until after the game, that shit swell up.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Just put some ice on that thing. You'll be okay.
It just bothers me because Shooter is not shooting well right now. And it's like we need him to shoot well. Like we need
Give
him
him
to
the
be.
benefit of the doubt. He hasn't been, you know what I'm saying? He's only been back for about, what, 3 weeks now? Maybe a month? Maybe. That might be a little over
I'm not
top. So
saying that he can't pick it up. I'm just saying as far as like we don't want to get ourselves so far in a hole that is looking very, very hard for us to kind of get, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not too far from the 10th spot. But it's like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, this playing thing really is beneficial for teams that are like, you know what I'm saying? Like you
they
kind of
need
get
that
in
little
there.
extra. Yep.
Yeah, bro. It's like you just got to try to get to the 10th seed. That's all. And then you
Yep.
can still get to the playoffs versus a team that's doing good, doing what they're supposed to be doing, get to the 7th seed, and then they just lose 2 games in a row. And it's like, damn, we did all that winning for nothing.
If they don't call this a flagrant foul, by the way, that's some bullshit. Because I remember watching Utah Jazz versus the Lakers, and John Toscano did the same thing, and they gave a flagrant foul to John Toscano on Jordan Clarkson.
They did. I remember that.
Excuse me.
Bless you. But I was telling the folks, I was saying, you feel me? Like this is how like life kind of gotta be though. Like even if you have different agreements on things, or you see something different, you know what I'm saying? I was telling them I was kind of trolling you too. Uh, but just like you know how like niggas can have an argument and then all of a sudden like niggas is mad and you feel me? Like instead of just you feel me? If you don't see the same way, like it's fine. Like you know what I mean? Like if you see it,
Shit.
no,
I
I'm
would argue if you eye to eye, if you always agree with somebody, man, either y'all on some fake shit or maybe you should, you know what I'm saying, look at yourself and be like, yo, am I being a yes man or nothing? Because I'm like, you, especially as grown men, I was like, there
bro.
should be very few things people should agree on. Maybe like life shit, bitches, okay, but I'm like, if it comes down to your personal opinion and perspective towards things, there should be an argument and a disagreement. If you on the same shit, I'm like, man, I don't know. Either you a yes man or you around yes men.
Yes, man, yeah. And it's crazy
One
on
or
this
two.
show, bro. And and that's why I think the coaching business, like people keep telling me to get in the coaching business. Like I was telling somebody the other day, they're like, why don't you want to get into coaching? I said, look, bro, I can't like I'm a person that if you ask me a question, I'm not thinking like it depends what I'm doing and where I'm at and what like you feel me. But I'm like I in my mind like when it comes to something like basketball, if somebody was ask me something, I wouldn't think like don't say something to upset the coach. Agree with him, or if he's saying something, just go with what he's saying. I would be like, well, I honestly wouldn't, honestly wouldn't. You feel me? I might be the person like it'd be hard for me to kind of cap on what I'm seeing versus why I see all these other coaches, they kind of just always saying, "Oh, yep, yep, coach is right, yeah, you better listen, yep, that's right, coach." Like, there's never nothing going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like I'm just gonna agree with what the coach is saying, and I just think like for me, I'm like it'd be hard for me to kind of just do that, especially all the time. I could sometimes take the L, like you know what, I'm gonna let coach have today. Yep, coach is right. But then like if it's really something that I'm like really noticing and it's not helping us win, I'll be that person to be like, nah, that's bullshit what we doing. And I know that might not sit well with the coach, and he might not, because coaches don't necessarily like somebody. And also, I think, I'm not trying to boost myself up, but I could potentially maybe be a threat to the coach as well because I'm not a person with ego in a sense. When I mean that, like, I wouldn't mind being wrong with a player or saying something to a player and then later going back and be like, yo, bro, like, my bad, like you know what I'm saying? Like my intentions weren't to do that, or I'm gonna just try to keep it as real as possible. But if the coach is being fake, now it's kind of like I don't fuck with the coach, but I fuck with a Zen more. You know what I'm saying? And so I can also put myself in a position where it's like now the coach not fucking with me because I'm not on his side on everything. So it's like a weird little dynamic. It's like I don't
Just
know.
remember, the coach not the end all be all. It all comes down to who's running it. So if what you're doing works and what you're doing shows a success, it won't be ignored. It don't matter who you are, your approach. There is probably going to be more expectations from you, based off of, well, if you're going in that field, it'd be a little bit different. If it was a
Did you
different
see
field,
that? I didn't mean to
yeah.
cut you off. Did you just see that?
But
That was
yeah, but if you was going into a different field, maybe it would be a little bit more about, skin color, who you're around. But even in that field, it might be the same. But my advice would be is the coach isn't the end all be all. They look at what's effective.
So if the person over the coach says what you're doing is right, you'll be rewarded for it. Or if someone outside of it is seeing it. So I'm like, you gotta trust in your ability, trust in your skill, build it up, and then just put yourself in a position where it's shown and it'll pay off for you. That's how this world surprisingly works. There's gonna be a lot of bullshit in between it. You're gonna have to take a lot. People gonna talk, all that good stuff.
So
But
you're
at the end of the
saying
day,
if
if you're
the
good at it,
president,
you'll be rewarded for it.
but
Simple as
how would the
that.
president know I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as an assistant coach? Don't they usually just look at the head
Word of
coach?
mouth.
Oh, you so
Word of
you saying
mouth,
like the
baby.
players are saying like I like what this coach says and this coach does and he's really relatable. And so you're just saying
And you can
if
see
you're
it.
gonna do
Be able to see.
okay, I see what you're saying.
All right, my shit low, and I had to re-pull up my stream.
What did you say though?
But yeah, I'm just telling everybody. I was re-pulling up my stream, so it's got my shit acting like a
Let's
little
go,
glitch right
Russ.
now. So hold on, give it a little
They
minute.
said 80 won't return, so I don't know what he did.
Ooh, so he really got hurt. But basically, what I was saying, my bad, I had to let my shit go up because I had to redo the refund the stream. But um, if you're confident and you're good and you know what you're doing and you're effective, it don't matter where you at, it'll get noticed and you'll get rewarded. Maybe not to what you want it to be because we always have an overinflated idea of how we should be rewarded and what should happen, but you'll get rewarded. So it's going to be on you whether or not, if you really got a small ego, and ego is not really a big deal. You know what I'm saying? The small instances of, okay, he's rewarding me this way, he's saying this, you're going to understand the benefits, and then ultimately it should lead to something that's a lot bigger. But yeah, it'll be word of mouth. If you're in that position and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and you're affecting certain players, even though the coach doesn't like it, the fans will see it. People from the outside looking in, other people on the staff will see it, and it'll be rewarded. Maybe even if it's not from them, it may be from another whole entire organization. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is, especially for young black men, if you have a skill or you can find a skill or something that you can develop, you have to believe in that because that's all you got. And you got to roll with it. Don't let nobody put no second thoughts into you or make you doubt whatever skill you may have, even if it's something everyone else has. Believe that you can do it and you're the best at your ability.
So in that instances where I told you it would be hard for me to kind of like be that yes man, because damn near every team I've been on, bro, those coaches have been yes men to the head coach. Like I've never seen them go against like the grain.
But that's
So
your experience, though. You haven't experienced every single college. You feel what I'm saying, or high school.
But I'm saying though, so as far as that aspect, so you're saying if I was to get into it, just do what I was going to do.
Yeah, of course. I'm like in any field. I'm like, if you feel like you're good at something and you feel like you're confident at it and you're practicing at it and you feel like you're better than someone, believe in it. That's all you got. Nigga, you're gonna be old before you know it. You're gonna be at a point where you're not even that. I'm being 100. I'm like, it's funny now, but I'm like, as men, we only have a certain time frame for us to be able to put ourselves in a position where we're always elevating, unless somebody gives us a hand and says, "I'm gonna help you up." That's very rare. Someone's gonna come along and be like, "Oh, you're in this bad position. Let me help you get out of it." So I'm like, us, especially our colored black men, I'm like, we only have a certain amount of time for us to make a standpoint, and do something to make sure that we're really putting ourselves in a position later on in life. We're not over here bending the knee and working a regular job and trying to just get by. So I'm like, my point is, if you have a passion for something, if you feel like you're skilled for something, take the goddamn chance. Don't be worried about the regular shit. Because I be feeling like that. I'm like, I got lucky in my personal field. I'm like, this is all I knew. So I kept going. And it rewarded. But it will reward you. So that's all I'm saying. I'm like, don't be scared to take a chance in whatever you think you're good at. You know what I'm saying? Even if you fail, find another outlet beyond that still is connected to it. So all I'm saying is, like, if coaching is something you want to get, you want to do, and you feel like you're gonna be good at, give it a shot. Who cares? And do it the way you want to do it. Because we only have a certain time frame for us to be able to do that shit before we have to put ourselves in a box and we're like, okay, I have to work. You know what I'm saying? I have to be in this particular position just so I can pay my bills and make sure everyone's good and I'm not a fucking bum. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm like, that age shit is funny, but I'm telling you, man. I'm like, I'm at the point now, like I got lucky. Like I'm at the age right now Like, nigga, if I'm still trying to figure out, okay, should I take a chance? I'll be fucked. And I'm not saying it's never too late. I'm just saying there's a lot more pressure as you get older because that's how people look at you. How you taking care of yourself? How you taking care of home? So I'm like, if you think you good at something and you doing it, go try to figure out a way to get paid off of it and take your chances. Because the worst you can do is fail. And that's not that bad. Trust me, nigga. Compared to death, it's not that bad.
Nah, I hear what you're saying.
Saying it, I don't think you breathing it in though. Because I don't think you. Yeah, Dub said, what's good with it, Dub? You gotta do it for yourself. Do what you love. Facts. You got to put it all together. I'm like, I'm telling you, as you get older, you really realize that. I'm like, when you younger, it seems like you got all the time in the world. Because unfortunately, most likely we probably didn't have someone in our life that was telling us the same shit. I had to learn this shit on my own, nigga. And so it almost sounds like, okay, you just talking, but I'm like, nigga, I'm not just talking. I got lucky. I'm talking from like believing your skill, even if that shit is different from what everyone else is telling you. And a lot of niggas tried to tell me what my skill was, and I didn't listen to any of them. I said I knew what my skill was, but no one else told me that's what it was. But I was like, let me stay on this course. It ended up benefiting me. If I listened to anybody else to what they told me what my skill was, I want to be in this position. Even though this shit I'm saying, telling me my skill, it ain't that sexy. Niggas don't want to talk about the shit I do. Niggas don't care. It's not. It ain't what I was trying to do, make music, it ain't, hoop and all that stuff. I'm like, it ain't that sexy. But guess what, nigga? I can feed myself, and if I have a family, I can feed the family. If somebody need help, I can take care of them. So I'm like, we gotta start telling our black men, our young black men, getting older black men, like, yo, stop thinking that you have one skill set. You have multiple skill sets, and try to pursue all of them and figure out which one works. Don't be scared to take a chance in one, and then you're gonna take a chance in another. That's all I'm saying. I'm very passionate about that. Because at the end of the day, like what Dub said, figured it out for myself. Most of us have to figure it out. Most of us have to go through certain instances where we think that's what we need. It don't work. All right, let me try this. It don't work. Failing is very beneficial if your mindset isn't negative. If you can see failing as something as I need to try the next thing, then it's beneficial. If you see failing as if, oh man, I'm gonna be a failure in life, there's no way I could do anything because this is the only thing I had in my life, then you're going to be scared to actually give it a try. And this is from experience. A lot of things I wish I would have motherfucking tried. Dub want to get up in this thing. All right, I'm dropping it.
Oh, Pat Bev hit a 3. Ain't that some?
We're going to bring OG. I already know he's going to come in with the knowledge.
Oh, yeah. That's a foul.
Drop the link, Dub. This is Zen's fault, too, because he got...
My fault. What I do?
Because you brought up the subject.
But how's that my fault though?
In a good way. I'm like, it's your fault. You got me this passionate. Because I'm like, that's one thing. Like, I always wish someone would have told me this when I was younger, bro. Like even when I was just 20, just to be like, whatever you're thinking is the best option for you, go in that thing 100%, and then don't be scared to have a backup plan as well and be 90% in that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I really wish that. I just got lucky enough where I had strangers telling me that shit, so I listened to them. What's good with it, Doug? Good to see you, bro.
What's up, Flu, man? My brother Zen in the building. Salute to both of you. Double salute, as my brother would say. Man, Flu, you cooking right now, man? Bro. You cooking?
Yeah, I'm passionate.
I'm saying, real, true teaching moment. What are you talking about? You feel me? Something that you should, and Zen, I fit, he talking to you, so... you feel me? I don't know how y'all are.
Real quick, I'm not going straight as I'm not talking straight because Zen like gave me the example of coaching. I'm just like, Zen, if that's what you want to do, go do this shit. Because the worst thing you can do is fail. Go ahead.
Let me. I want to speak from this perspective. So I'm speaking from a life perspective, right? Right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm an area manager at a company, right? So I do decent for myself. Can take care, man. Even and what I'm with the people that I work with. Everybody I work with, they old enough to be my damn mama. my grandma damn near sometimes, right? So it's in the company I'm in, especially with where the economy is going, those type of things. I'm saying retirements, moving up for me right now is very. It's not a difficult thing for me right now, right? This is the thing. You know what I want to do? I wish I coached basketball right now. That's what I wish I did. And now this is the great part about it. Because of where I'm at now, me having a 7-year-old, me putting him in the sport, you feel me? It gives me an opportunity. and even previously, you know what I'm saying? I'm divorced now. Was married. I've coached football, soccer. Gave me that opportunity. Not at a major level,
Right.
but it gave me the opportunity to do something that I love.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, where you're at, bro, I ain't gonna hold you. I went to school to play basketball. I had a couple knee injuries, those type of things, and then I probably should have kept pursuing it, but I was discouraged. I said, "Fuck it, I'm going to school." Went to school, right? Worst thing I could have ever done. The reason being is because I wish I at least pursued it, because even if I didn't succeed, I would still be in the sport, and I would be coaching, because one thing I was very cerebral on the court. I was never the most athletic. Niggas jump way higher than I jumped. You feel me? But at the same time, I was damn near the smartest person on the court. And because I knew what was going on. I knew it was going to happen, but I can see the game. And even now I can see the game. So Zen, if you feel like that's what you want to do, bro, what I'm going to tell you, and respectfully, I'm going to ask, how old are you?
26, my boy.
It's in the young nigga.
Oh,
I know.
Go.
You did that shit right now.
You got kids, bro? You got kids?
Oh. You can fail right now. It's okay to fail right now. It won't even affect you.
This is the thing. So I'm gonna ask you, and I'm trying. I don't want to get too personal, but I'm just trying to see.
Don't ask this nigga social security number, nigga.
But
nigga, I'll help you out.
I mean, is that outside of sports, those type of things? What do you do outside of that? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, just work right now. Like right now, I'm just doing a little Ubering. You feel me? You know.
So do you have the time to coach?
If I chose to, yeah, I could make time for it for sure. I mean, you only practicing 2 hours, and then if you got to do scout shit, all I gotta do is just not go to sleep and just do the scout, get the film, get on the. They got Synergy now and JUCO and shit like that. When I was growing up, we didn't have Synergy, but Synergy now, if you get full footage of a whole game, it'll chop up all the highlights from everybody on the thing for you.
Huh? That's a software?
Yeah, it's called Synergy. So it's like if I want to see all my plays when I drive to the left and I shoot, it'll have that.
Hold on, are you still playing?
Yeah, I still play.
Bro, hold on. So what position you play? What's your measurements, bro? I'm trying. I need to know about this now. This is interesting.
That's how you know Dub. That's how I know Dub new to the fam. Go ahead.
My bad, bro. My bad.
No, you good. Go ahead. Educate my guy.
Please.
I'm on point, bro. I mean, I'm
gonna tell you this right now. Real quick, I'm gonna let my shit fucking up. But real quick, I just gotta say this. Zen, I'm like, nobody shoot better than that nigga than I know right now.
Oh, you a sniper like
Zen
that?
got the best jump shot.
No, I can shoot for sure.
Period. But go ahead. That's it. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Go ahead.
I was playing my championship game Saturday, and everywhere I go, they guard me full court, like on some like we can't let you touch the ball type shit.
What league you play in right now?
It's like different type of leagues. Like they just kind of like local type shit. It's nothing like crazy. What I might do though, I was thinking about trying out for the TBL this year. So it's called the basketball league. So it's like a semi-pro pro league or whatever.
A pro-am league.
Yeah, but it's like you get paid though. So pro-am leagues are usually just free. But it's like it's actually a pro league though. Like you can get paid. Like I have a couple players that I used to play with. After they played in it, they got overseas contracts.
Where you played at?
What you mean?
You played in college?
Yeah. I went to East LA, If you go look at Netflix, they got like.
Hold on, you went to East LA?
Yeah.
Last Chance U?
Yeah, I went there before they was popping.
Before they was popping.
We made them pop. Like my freshman year, we had the most wins in school history. Went to the Elite Eight, and then the next year we went back to the Elite Eight and won conference back to back for the first time in like 45 years or some shit like that.
Man, bro, I just watched the newest series of it literally earlier this week. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up, bro. So then that tell me you hooping then. You hooping.
No, like I can hoop. Like I'm not no weak Joe. Like I'll give any of them niggas in the league right now smoke. Like the only difference they got on me is that they have probably better physical conditioning than I do right now. And they playing every day and that's their job, so it's like they can put all their focus into just hooping. For me, I'm like, I gotta wake up, I gotta get to the bread. Like when I'm really locked in on the money, because like you can make, at least in Cali, I don't know in other states, but in Cali, probably in Georgia too, because it's busy, you can make good money in Uber. Like I can make $1,000+ a week.
Yeah, bro, you killing in LA. You in LA?
Yeah.
God damn, bro. That's man.
I
I
would
would
hate
hate
to
to
all
be
my
in LA, bro.
bonuses too, and I really put my head down. I can make like $1,500, $1,800 in a week.
Bro, how much is gas there?
It's gone down. At one point, it was damn near $6. It was $6 for a minute, and then it got down to $5, and now it's down to $4.
Guess what gas is here, bro?
What?
$2.36.
Yeah, I already know the South. That's why when y'all be like, but see, at the same time, when you come from Cali, you go to a different state. I can't fault y'all for thinking like, oh, this is high. But like to a nigga like me and Flu, you even ask Flu, like if he go to the gas station right now, I'm pretty sure he's not saying, God damn, this shit high. He thinking like, nigga,
even me. When the shit high for y'all, it's high for me. You know what I'm saying? So when I see $3, I'm like, man, God damn, what the fuck? This some bullshit right here. You feel me? $3.
But we saw $3, we be like, shit, nigga, that's regular. Probably, nigga, you gonna have to pay $3 minimum no matter what pump you go to, nigga.
Yeah.
But yeah, like so it's like for me right now, I'm in a unique position. Like Flu said, like I'm young, you feel me? I have the ability to be like, all right, let me throw my hat in this ring and let me see what's gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? Let me put my dedication, my focus into this. What would you want to say?
No, I know I missed a lot, but I just want to say this real quick. Zen, you're young now, but you finna be old soon. So nigga, stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Stop and deciding whether or not you want to do it. Just fucking do it. Because I'm telling you, like, I wish so much someone would have came to me and said, nigga, go fail. Who cares?
Zen, I want to tell you that are you thinking about coaching or playing? Which one?
Well, like I told you, I'm gonna try to trial for these teams in San Diego for the basketball league.
Do both.
Next month. Yeah,
you can do both.
Can you coach while you doing that?
You can hoop and coach. Probably yes, you can do both.
Yes.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Well, not this season. Next season I could coach because
where do you want to coach it? Where are you trying to coach it?
See, that's the problem. I don't know. I don't know where I want to start.
So I'm about to tell you where you're trying to coach it.
Your resume to every motherfucker. My bad. Go ahead, Dub. Like Dub, like he's on another level with me, but I'm like he's feeling. Like,
I'm about to tell you where you're gonna coach it, bro. Listen. You have a resume as far as your background in basketball, correct?
I mean, I can create one. I don't have one.
I know. Do you have one or not?
He does. He needs to put it together, but he has a resume. He can put together a resume.
Do you? I'm talking about a physical resume to send.
He can put it together.
Listen,
I can put one together.
So that's the first thing that need to happen. We need to put one together. Next time I see you, when I ask you, you should be like, "Yep, it's right here." The reason I say that is because what you should do.
He's right.
From I don't care, and especially being in the position you're in right now, you should go from every high school, local high school that's around. You should go to every local middle school that's around. You may think middle school coaching is below you.
Talk about it,
but it is not. You should go to every junior college. You should anybody who has basketball programs, you should be Your resume should be in their inbox saying, "Hey, this is what we're trying to do." But you take a fair offer, of course. Go ahead, Flu. My bad.
Let me add this though, even to Dub. I'm like, because no, Dub, no, that. But look, Dub, no, even to add to this, it's like, then you're in a very specific position where you're still young, so you have to understand position. a lot of these, if you go to these places, they'll actually entertain it if you present yourself in a way where they're like, and also you're a black brother as well. They're gonna be like, I ain't expect him to do this. So right away they're gonna be shocked. They're gonna be like, oh, okay. And I'm not saying you're gonna get the job, but you have to understand. Like I remember when I was younger, I always heard the statement, "It's not about what you know, it's about who you know." I always used to think that was bullshit when I was young, because I was like, wait, if I'm the smartest nigga in the world, I should be able to accomplish anything. No, nigga, that don't matter. If like you don't know the person to put you in connection so they can tell the person who actually has power, this is the smartest nigga in the world, you're just gonna be the smartest nigga in the world in the basement of your mama. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like you're just gonna be chilling.
Facts.
Like someone has to tell someone else about the fact that you are the smartest nigga in the world. Like luckily now we have YouTube now, so people can find you, and we have the internet and shit like that. But still, even in that sense, there is a way to go about things. Get me in the algorithm. So there still is a way that you have to present yourself, and you have the anomalies. So basically, all I'm saying is you have the advantage of you being young and present yourself in a certain way. Black brother,
man,
they are going to, if not hire you, they're
gonna love it.
I know someone. Here,
and this is the thing when you go in there, right? First off, what Flu just said is perfect, because the first is not exactly where you need to be. It don't matter where you at first. Mm-hmm. The reason it don't matter is because as long as you can get credibility behind your name, you're good. If you can get anybody to say, "Hey, I can vouch for him,"
who you know, not what you know.
He came in and he did a hell of a job here. You know what I'm saying? He worked his ass off. I can vouch for him. And with you being the man, you better go into the interview with a suit and tie on. Did you hear what I said?
Presentation, everything, man.
Man, hey, you put a good haircut, smile on their ass, and be like, "Hey, man, I'm serious." Hold on, I swear to God, watch this. I swear to God, I put this on everything I love.
He's right though. It's crazy.
I put this on everything,
especially
I love.
For our people. It sounds great. People think it's like, oh, you just be for our people. Go ahead. I'm like, this actually works very beneficial for us.
The way I've been able to move up through my company, where I work at now, I got the job coming out of high school, right? I mean college. Coming out of college. Get what I did? I put a suit and tie on.
And you smiled.
I smiled.
And you shook a hand, and you said,
"What? Look, this how bad it was. My first week at my job, my director, he was like, ho. You ain't got to come in every day with a suit and tie on. You ain't got to. Don't do that. Don't. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on.
Remember at that job?
Yeah, that happened to me. In my previous job, that happened to me. I was like, you coming in too clean. Like you got.
No. All right, you could.
I realize now though that nigga was just mad because if his wife came in, I'm playing.
But this a white dude telling me this. You feel me? This a white dude.
It was the same thing for me. I was a white dude telling me the same thing. He's like, "You too clean. You too fresh."
Get what he said. Get a couple. You come in the polo. You ain't got no suit and tie too much. Calm down. I'm sitting here, and this my first week there. I'm sitting here like nigga named Kevin. He an Eagles fan. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I'm sitting here like, what the? Don't come clean to work. All right.
That means though, what I love about those jobs though is that means it's like we're not necessarily looking at your appearance, we're looking at your performance. That's most jobs, but most jobs try to present it as if they're looking at both.
But what you come, but make them tell you that. Make them tell you that. You feel me? Let them know that, hey, what I'm coming here for is business. And when you get in there, let your performance match. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this real quick though to the Zen, because I agree with everything that Dub is saying. Zen, we ain't coming. I know you're like, man, nigga, how does it become about me? Y'all talk. It's just you got older heads.
My bad, bro. My bad.
We appreciate you, bro, for real. And we just like, man. And you know me personally. I know, nigga, how good you. So I'm like,
you've been around me for years, Flu. I never take niggas I'm the nigga that has his ears open. I'm not rejecting nothing y'all saying. I know y'all probably think, he not fully. I'm locked in on everything you're saying. And
no, you don't gotta be. I just don't want you to take it as if we trying to be like, nigga, this is what you should do. And,
right.
Nigga, we know better than you. That's not what we doing. Not even in the slightest. Like, because I'm like, it's just all love, man. I just wish.
I got two questions. They go to both of you. Was one question, but it's for both of you. Are you successful in what you're doing right now, Flu?
No, not as successful as I want to be.
That's not what I asked you. Are you successful in what you're doing right now?
Not as successful as I want to be, but I'm good.
Are you successful? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing and climbing the way you're supposed to be climbing? Maybe not at your pace.
Yes.
God got a pace for you. Are you successful?
Yes. Yes, but I will say this also. This wasn't something that I thought was meant for me. So.
And that's fine. But that doesn't matter. I'm asking you, do you feel like are you successful right now? Are you having success?
Yeah, God is good.
Are you having success where you're at?
I would agree with Flu. Yes, not where I want to, but
and look, you brothers are supposed to say that though. I'm not. Us as a human shouldn't be saying, "Oh yeah, I got everything figured out." When there's always room for improvement. There's always room to learn.
Right.
So I'm not asking y'all, are you where you want to be? I'm asking you, are you having success right now?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me say this. Let me correct this. In my relative opinion, yes, because I'm like, you can talk to, like I said, I work for someone. So in his idea, he's probably like, oh yeah, but I'm in my relative perspective,
earlier,
I'm good.
If you got a skill and you doing what you're supposed to be doing, and you're going hard in it,
you ain't never gonna be worried, man, because you're always gonna be able to use that skill.
You are having success, but if somebody's saying that you're not, to me, it's jealousy, because it's like your success don't determine mine.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
I agree with you.
Agreed.
So if y'all brothers both saying y'all in success, why would my ears not be tuning? Why would I be taking what y'all saying personal? Why would I be mad that you guys are telling me?
Well, no, I'm not saying you. That's not. I'm saying you. I'm like, if
no,
this one, and this is, yeah, he is right. He's 100% right. I'm saying in the anomaly, I'm just saying if we work for somebody, there's always going to be someone who's going to say, all right, well, my level of success is having this amount of money. Like I can always have more money, or I can have a bigger house, or I can have this much more in place for people. Like this is where you need to be. But
success is relative. Success is relative.
That person probably is unhappy because that person doesn't come home and go.
I don't believe in money. I put a lot of weight in money. I do, but like as I'm getting older, I'm starting to realize that I'm like, that shit is like, it's important to make sure that you can take care of things, but I'm like that. Other than that,
it don't give you nothing. It give you no
nothing. It's nothing.
No,
that shit is man-made, nigga. That shit just some shit that you just pay.
And and just because I'm young,
and I work so hard for it. I work so hard for it. My bad.
Your release when you get off of work is your son. Everything. You talking about he got you playing Fortnite. Without your son, you not getting on no damn Fortnite. But that's your release. But you love your child. That same person telling you, oh, you're not as successful as me, probably don't even take care of their children. When I mean that, throwing money at their children is not taking care of them. It's not raising their children. It's not invested in that child.
What kids even think about money? Like, think about when you, I'm like, ain't nobody think if you as a kid, if I was chilling in think about the richest place, you know what I'm saying, the richest hotel, rather than being in like Motel 6, you want to know the difference. All you would be thinking about is like, okay, you know what I'm saying, am I around the ones I love and am I comfortable? I'm like, Little Caesar pizza compared to the $100 pizza, it don't make no difference to no kid.
It don't make no difference.
Eat that because you was hungry. You gonna think Little Caesar probably great.
And you just enjoying the time. Oh, I'm around my kid. It's funny, bro. Like,
get what they say.
I be watching YouTube like videos. I'm like, it'd be fun. Like, I be watching some food reviews. Like, shout out to Pizza 100. I be watching that food review, and it's funny. Like, he had a little birthday thing, and I'm like, his kids was there. It was funny seeing one of his sons when he was eating. He would eat, and then he would start moving around. It's like, man, I remember I used to be that nigga. Like, I would eat, and then it's like the food was so good. Like, nigga, you just want to start. It's like, nigga, you don't like when you a kid. None of that shit register. Like,
but my point is, Dub got a release. His release is his child, and he going home, right? It could be other things too. I don't know all his hobbies, but I know his son for sure is released. I'm not saying every day he's probably just over ecstatic to see his son. He might be tired as hell. he might be like, you know, this little motherfucker energy is too high for me. Go sit down and go play that game, right? But we still love his child to be like, that's what I'm doing it for, right? It ain't about the money. It's about to make sure he right. You Flu, you can come here and do this podcast. If you like, fuck it, I want to make some music. You can make some music. You can go, you feel me, go to the gym if you want to and go get rounds. And you could do a plethora of things that isn't dedicated to that specific job y'all doing. So my point is,
real quick, I'm this Fluence right now. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my best friend. I always make sure she's good. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
but I'm just saying,
I tell the people everything. Nigga.
But I'm talking about the release thing. Everything in this right is a release, right? You have a purpose, right? I love basketball, right? It's my release. Now, if I get paid to do it, that's even better, right? But I'm saying I'm going to listen to y'all, and I have no problem hearing what y'all saying. I don't feel it like y'all just coming at me. I'm like, you speaking to me is speaking to niggas my age, younger, or even y'all age. Because it's like, there's a nigga right now that's 30 that thinks it's over for him. I can't do it. It's over.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, Zien,
by the way, Dub
hey,
ain't that old too. Dub is not that old. Dub be talking like that nigga.
I feel
45.
like I'm old, but guess what? But guess what I was doing?
But we all do. We all do. I do the same thing, nigga. We ain't seen the 50. Go ahead. My bad.
I swear to God, guess what I was just about to say? Zien, while you talking about being a coach, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, I'm still trying to be a coach. I don't know what you talking about. I'm still trying to get out there and do it. You feel me? So, and the good thing, I know I wasn't able to do it the way I wanted to do it, but the way where I'm at right now is giving me an opportunity to be able to do that. You feel me? And I didn't see it working the way it's kind of worked out, but with where I'm at with my job, you feel me, and where my son is at, the shit is about to kind of mesh together. I may not be able to give 8 hours to this shit, but I can definitely give 3. I can give 4.
You know what's crazy? If you could figure shit out right, they always tell you like, and 9 to 5 ain't shit. That's not what you're supposed to do. But it's like it's amazing. It's like, okay, my mind. That's when you learn your mindset is different. Because like I work at 9 to 5, but it's like, nigga, if I want to take some time off, I want to do so and so, I can do that. So it's like, it's very interesting to me. I'm like, as long as you pick the right thing, and a lot of times what you picking, you don't know if you picking the right thing. A lot of times it's really a guess. For me, it was a guess. So it's like, it is, I don't know. I contradicted myself. I'm gonna take that back.
It was a guess, Flu. It was a guess, Flu, but at the same time, God led those things to you because you've always been a good talker no matter what grade we've been in. You've always been able to convince somebody to
at the same time, you're right, but I'm like, shit, maybe in a negative way, whatever. But at the same time, if you know what I'm saying, look,
you know what I'm saying,
I've done some fucked up shit. Go ahead. So but I'm like, even with that being the case, I've still always been to an extent an introvert. Who would have thought that if I went and told somebody, hey yo, like what I do to make money is talk, you make money to talk? What the fuck? I'm in sales, but I'm in sales in you know what I'm saying, real estate. So
okay, that's a bit.
That's everything. But that's new. I've only been there. It's like I've been there 2 years, 2 months. Everything fell into place. I've been in sales since I was 20 years old.
But you could talk.
Right? I started off knocking doors trying to sell meat. Pause. That's what I started off in sales.
Hey, bro, that was crazy.
I'm being honest. Set that up. I'm not. I know, but I'm not capping. That's what I did. I sold meat. That was the first job that really, when I was an introvert, and you know what I'm saying, shout out to Sean Cooney. His business is still going.
So you were doing cold calls? Or just door knocks?
When I first started off, no, not cold calls, nigga. You know, back before COVID, nigga, you can knock on niggas' doors and you can be nigga, what you. So I used to. I tell you right,
I do this house to knock on their door.
Nigga, I was a black nigga going to door. I'm in California. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee now. By the way, y'all don't try and come at me. I'm finna change addresses hopefully soon, but y'all don't come at me. But I was in California. You know what I'm saying? I'm born and raised California. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? I love Dominic Reyes, Ryan Garcia, etc. But I would go and knock doors. You know what I'm saying? Outside in the more richer areas. Knock. Open the door. Hey, how you doing? Do you enjoy dinners? Like what do you eat for dinner usually? Man, get out of here, man. I don't want to talk to you. Wait. I know you don't want to talk to me, but real quick, I just want to have a quick conversation with you. You telling me you don't like seafood, you don't like chicken, you don't like steak, like you don't like none of that? You don't never eat that at dinner? Of course I eat that. I'm a regular person. What if I told you that I can bring you out? You give me 5 minutes, and literally what I'm gonna show you is gonna be the best thing you've ever seen when it comes to anything you ever ate at dinner. Give me 5 minutes. You can see it. I don't even have to say nothing to you. I'm just gonna show it to you. Can you give me that? And obviously, it'd be a low percentage that people but yeah, that's what I used to do. That's what I started off with when I was a young nigga. So I was an introvert.
Hey, guess what? Hey, bro, real quick, hold on, real quick, Zen, watch this. Hey, if I would have answered the door, I would have been like, let me see what you got, man. Let me see what you got. Go ahead, Zen.
Because you a nigga. You a nigga. They had me in white neighborhoods, bro. I was knocking like these white neighborhoods, bro. They would have like little signs like, my baby sleeping. Don't ring my doorbell.
Oh God, really? Hey, they say like no loitering. Don't come with any set. Like still like now, like when I was doing my solar, like it'll tell you like don't knock on my door if you're did it. Like they have a list of things on
in the neighborhood.
Yes,
and just what the? That's California. I promise you, bro. California is totally different from a lot of places, bro. I'm just going.
Cali's crazy, bro.
It's so diverse though. That's why
I want to say this real quick. Why the fuck was LeBron James? I forgot the other motherfucker. They was hugging like a motherfucker. Like, god damn, y'all niggas. LeBron and Jeff Green, they was hugging like nigga. They only had 2 seasons left in both of them. If y'all see that, them niggas, it was like, hey, nigga, we've been here for so long, nigga. There's 2 years left, nigga. I love you, bro. I was like, bro, LeBron and Jeff Green. I was like, I didn't even know. Oh yeah, that's right. Jeff Green was on Cleveland. That's why
they was showing love. That's right. That's why
I was like,
they play together.
Hey, bro,
they were showing mad love.
Does LeBron look that old to y'all?
No.
He still
don't look old.
How many years y'all think he got? He
said he gonna play 5 more years.
I think he's gonna play till he's like 43.
I can see that.
He's gonna play 5 more years. That's what he said. He said 5 to 7 more years.
I think he's gonna play more than that. Because I think the actual game is gonna advance. I think medicine's gonna advance. Because I'm like,
LeBron is gonna be the greatest. He's gonna statistically, he's gonna eclipse all.
But a lot of people are gonna say it's capped though, because it's like it's an easier league. Like it's not as hard as the body. Because I'm like, what I see from LeBron and what he should utilize is like you don't have to play like every regular season game no more. Like you have someone like Kawhi Leonard who's significantly younger than LeBron saying, I don't care about the regular season. Let's get to the playoffs. Man, so how can we criticize LeBron, the nigga about to be 40, saying like, let me chill for a minute?
Kawhi, do y'all respect what Kawhi is doing?
Zen knows how I feel about Kawhi, but you got to respect him.
I just think like you feel me, like some people
played against my brother.
Listen to their bodies, and some people are like, I'm gonna push my body to the limit. It's like we could praise a nigga like Kobe for doing that, but how can we fault a nigga like Kawhi for saying my body's not good enough to go? I'm not gonna go. Now we could say, well, you got money, so you should go out there and do it. But it's like,
but he do it every other. I mean, God, I mean.
But we lowball just talked about that. I'm like Kawhi. I'm like LeBron and Kobe are really the only basketball players we know that's like.
Hey, is this fair to say, Flu? And look, you could say A1, AB. You feel me? Whatever, however y'all want to list it, bro. Like I'm not. If y'all want to say LeBron is the best or Kobe is the best, to me, I'm like me as a person not gonna be like you. What you gonna say LeBron over? Like I'm at the point where I'm like. I saw Bron play. So I respect Bron, and you saw Kobe play, so you gonna respect Kobe. But I'm like, are those two not the two niggas that had like some of the worst teams constructed during the 2000s, and them niggas was taking
and still get to the playoffs? So, but then like when you say that, that's why I'm so critical when it comes to some of these players, where it's like you say you a superstar or you are all-star, but you never led a team yourself to the playoffs. Like I seen Kobe have like. Nigga, like to this day, like y'all not gonna like Chris Mim. Like, tell me about him.
Can I say this?
Chucky Atkins. Come on, man.
LeBron James, even on his team, it's like he's like as much as I love Izalskis, I think Izalskis the beast. Y'all not talking about him. It's crazy. It's like y'all don't understand how good Izalskis was. Y'all not talking about him. Pavicic, y'all not talking about him. That's crazy. I'm like there was like there's players in my personal opinion because I love that team. They seem very good.
Niggas forgot about Verjao.
That's even the crazy. For you to bring up Verjao is crazy.
Very
No, I love it.
What about Boobie Gibson?
I knew you were going to say Boobie Gibson next.
What about Mo Williams? Wait a minute.
No. Whoa, Dub. Don't disrespect
Mo Williams.
Don't disrespect Mo. I'm Mo's. Don't do that. Not for me. Anybody else, but Mo is a goddamn dog.
Injuries. You know he's a coach at Jackson State.
Yes, I did.
Hopefully he can do what Deion.
Wait a minute. I said, what about Mo? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Don't disrespect Mo. I love Mo. Please don't.
When
I was a kid, I used to get my socks and I used to cut my socks and wear 2 sleeves. Because Mo is not in that. Mo is not in that category. Mo is a legitimate, like, he's a beast. I don't care. Don't disrespect.
How did I?
You might be right, but I'm not gonna do that.
Nobody from this today.
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. You got to explain something around here. I'm trying to figure out because I'm worried about what I say now because I just gave the brother credit.
I'm 100. Doug, come on, I'm 100 at this point. When I'm biased, I'm biased. I'm like, Mo is one of those guys that basketball. I'm like, don't talk about him.
You didn't disrespect him, bro.
You put him in that same aspect as all those other players, but they're very good. But I'm like,
Zen,
Mo was not
about. I did, and then he explains how I did. This is
because Mo. I love Mo, man. I'm sorry. I don't got no. What's the word for it? A fair understanding or a fair view when it comes to Mo Williams. I love Mo Williams so much. It's like, hey, yo, look, if you're not talking about he's one of the best players ever in the world, then I don't want to talk about it.
Obviously,
he's not, but he for sure was one of the coldest niggas during that era, though. Like him,
Mo Williams.
That's how I feel about Michael Redd. I don't want to hear none of that shit.
Hold on,
I don't want to hear none of it.
Not Michael Redd.
Jameer Nelson.
Yeah, Michael Redd crazy.
Jameer
Nelson was crazy, but Mo Williams better than Jameer. But I understand why you putting him there. Because if you was an Orlando Magic fan, yeah, Jameer Nelson was crazy.
Bro, Jameer Nelson was nice with Dwight, bro. Don't do that. He got to a final.
I know. But Mo Williams was one of my favorite.
Knocked out the Cleveland Cavaliers with Mo Williams. All right,
I love Mo. Like, don't disrespect Mo. I love Mo Williams, bro.
Stevie franchise fucking all of them up, so it don't matter.
Nah, you right.
Wait, you said who?
Steve Francis. Steve Francis was cold. He
fucking all of them up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, come on now. That's a little like that's obvious because I'm like Stevie franchise is literally like he took his team to the playoffs by himself with Coutinho. Coutinho was a number 2. He was a number 1. So it's like, yeah, I agree with that. Stevie franchise is different.
Coutinho was hooping too, though.
Stephon Marbury and Baron Davis was crazy. Them three.
Marbury and Baron Davis was not better than Stevie franchise.
Oh, Baron Davis, bro. I ain't gonna hold.
Let's be real. I'm like Baron Davis. Stevie franchise. He took a team. Yeah, he had Katina Mobley. Depending on how you feel about Katina Mobley,
I ain't gonna say
Stevie franchise was better than Baron Davis.
Stevie franchise is probably better than Marbury, but he wasn't better than Baron. I'm gonna tell you why. Because Baron revived the Warriors when they were sorry, and he beat a number 1 seed in Dallas. You gotta give BD that credit.
Baron Davis was
Baron
Davis
I'm not saying Baron Davis was cold. Baron Davis was cold. The first Clippers game I ever saw, one of my guys, I know, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, I know he's probably doing great in life, but one of my, you know what I'm saying, that's one of the first Clippers game I ever saw, because mom's aunt, his sister, you know what I'm saying, she knew Baron Davis. That's why we got tickets. So I got number respect for Baron Davis.
Get hurt.
Stevie franchise is better than Baron Davis. That's not even a question.
No.
You crazy to even think anything. Yeah. Come on.
That's tough.
I like both. Man, Baron
B
did it. Baron Davis was cold, bro.
I know he was, but he wasn't better than Stevie franchise. I'm just saying. I'm like slightly. I'm like, come on, man. Stevie franchise was better, bro.
I'm giving it to Baron Davis, bro. I'm giving it to Baron Davis.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not even mad at that. Baron Davis was a goddamn dog.
Man, B Diddy was one. Man, he hit your ass with the goddamn. Hit the baseline, goddamn Kovalev. I mean, not Kovalev. What his name? AK-47 standing on the
man, Andre Karolinko, nigga.
Bitch, and then I'm gonna pull my shit up. What, man, come on, man. Hit the game.
Let me ask this. Cause I'm like, we relatively. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Zen, the young gun in here. Let me ask this. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the current NBA in the situation, because that's what we on. We watch like Lakers just won, by the way.
It's very
Sure.
interesting. Lakers won
yeah.
without
About 20.
AD. Without AD, pretty
Is he
easily
hurt?
against one
Is
of
he
the
hurt?
top. I
Is
don't know
he
what
hurt?
happened to
Russell
AD.
Westbrook got a triple double off the bench again.
And
Hey,
LeBron played amazing. But let me ask this real quick.
Hold on, real quick.
Go
I
ahead,
got
Doug.
Westbrook.
Go ahead.
I got Westbrook on my fantasy team. Keep going.
So all I want to ask y'all is this: what's going on with the Lakers? Like, should we trust them? Are they a good team? It's like, how do you beat one of the top Western Conference teams so easily without AD, and you're playing against a team where the Joker is your best player? So you think you need a big man on your team who can be able to, counteract whatever the Joker does.
Hold on, real quick.
The Lakers?
They got Jordan and LeBron on the screen together. Look at it. They got Jordan and LeBron on the screen together.
What is your opinion when it comes to Lakers? Like, what's going on with them, man? This is me personally. I watched basketball for a long time. When I look at the Lakers, I'm like, this is such a weird situation because how can you beat Denver Nuggets the way that y'all beat them, and then all of a sudden, we look at your records and y'all still like below 500. So, what's your opinion on that, Doug?
Man, I ain't gonna hold you. I had no clue what to. When you watch the Lakers, it just depends night to night. It depends night to night, and that's the crazy thing about it. It seems like they are starting to get on the roll. It's interesting because the role that they was on, the role that they was on was a lot of because of Anthony Davis, and because of that, with the numbers the numbers that he was putting up, which were fantastic numbers. I mean, amazing.
More on the Pelicans.
But it's what we expected from Anthony Davis. He was only he was living up to the expectation and the hype. And now I don't know what the injury is. I didn't get to see, so I don't know. But
I don't know either, man.
It's interesting because the role, and even tonight they did play well. Even after Anthony Davis, maybe the team is kind of synchronizing, coming together. It's all especially with LeBron teams. You know what I'm saying? He's always able, or you have some newer pieces and parts here and there that they always got to kind of try to pull back together and figure it out. And LeBron, he's great at doing that. And the other thing is that you still have what's the brother name? I can't call his name. On the top,
the Lakers. Who you talking about?
On the Lakers right now. Coming off the bench, Westbrook.
You talking about Westbrook, or are you talking about who? Kendrick Nunn, Reeves?
Westbrook. No. Now this gives him the opportunity with what happened. Oh shit! Damn it! With this gives him the opportunity now with Anthony Davis going out. Maybe he can step his game up and be a little more effective. Although he's found the perfect role coming off the bench. He's filled the necessary role there by being the infuser. I want to see how they adjust to having Anthony Davis out, and you're gonna need more firepower. You're gonna need more firepower early in the game.
No, I respect that.
The Lakers, I was already telling Flu, it's just that LeBron is our second option, right? Like, for us to be a championship team, Russ has to be the fourth, Bron got to be the third, and we have to find a second option because we putting too much on Bron at 38 years old. Yeah, we can clearly see he's capable, and I'm not trying to disrespect Bron, but I just don't know if Bron's body, because niggas forget he went through to 8 finals in a row, and on top of that, doing Olympic basketball.
Talk about it.
Like, I just
niggas ain't gonna know. It's a new league. Niggas ain't gonna give a fuck about none of that shit.
But I'm saying I don't know if he is capable to be having to carry a whole team out the fucking trenches and then get to the playoffs and then go win 4 series. Like, I just don't believe that his body is able to do it as the main dude anymore. But
especially with 80 being very injury prone.
But that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying, as far as if he was the third option, There's no way you can lose as Bron as doing the third option. Now I know people are like, what? How can you say Bron the third option? You have to understand, Bron led the league in assists 2 years ago. Niggas forget. And now he was the main option, but I'm saying if he goes into a point guard role in the initial starting lineup, and then you got Westbrook coming off and replacing that, and then at one point all of them are all in there with that second option that they get, how do you lose?
Yep.
Westbrook is a winner. Bron is a winner. AD, I don't know yet. He won, but I don't, but look, I don't even started on AD. But
the problem is, I can't disagree. Matter of fact, I'm not. I agree with damn near everything you're saying. The thing is, when we have this going on, and we hadn't seen it really come to fruition, where it really has gelled, where it's really been doing what it's supposed to do. And so, man, I got questions about it, but I think it's hey man, it's gonna come down to what Westbrook brings. It's gonna come down to LeBron being the greatness that he is, because LeBron is great, and the health of Anthony Davis.
Hey, Flu, guess what Thomas Bryant had tonight?
It looked like he was hooping, so I'm like, if I went to guess, I'd say 12 and 10.
21 and 6.
God bless that man.
But my point, remember what I make during the game? I said, why doesn't Darvin Ham
play more? Like, why rather than go small ball, go like do it what won y'all the chip in 2020 in the bubble? JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, etc.
Because at times we play zone, right? If you have AD and Bron on the wings, they're gonna close out on damn near every 3-point shot. And
talk about it.
Even if either of them get beat off the dribble, both of their recovery time is good. And then you have big Thomas Bryant in there playing the center. So I'm like, you don't have AD having to get physical down there. Because I'm like, even though it's not as physical as before, when you're down there, you still got to get position, get rebounds. And that's not what AD is good for. He's not a body that's trying to bruise and do. You know what I'm saying? Like Zion would bully AD in that post, right?
Zion don't bully anymore right now. Real quick, my food here. I'll be right back. Go ahead. What do you think?
But I'm just saying, like, my point is, we don't want AD have to get rough down there with a Zion or a Joker or a Joel Embiid, that these dudes are basically 300 pounds and he's 240 or 250 versus Thomas Bryant that's 260, 270. He'll do all that banging and draining himself. So when AD's going on offense, he doesn't have to necessarily, you feel me, feel like he has to go back and expunge so much on defense. I'm not saying Thomas Bryant needs to be playing all the time with AD, but I'm saying he needs to be more so out there with AD so AD can play the 4. Because when he was thriving in the Pelicans offense, it was because he was playing the 4. When Boogie got there, he was averaging 28 points a game because Boogie was taking off all that, taking all those, you feel me, the responsibilities of getting physical from him. So now he's getting the easy little rebounds on the side. When Boogie's down there fighting for position on the offensive rebound, AD can come out the cut and get the tip jam dunk easier. Versus if he's the one having to do all that boxing out and doing all that, it's going to be harder for him to even get the offensive rebounds because he's just not an opposing force. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have too many bigs, but I'm like, Thomas Bryant is a young man. I think he's 26, 27. He ain't old to where he can't be able to play those minutes. And then when Wade and Gabriel comes back, you can just substitute when Gabriel and Thomas Bryant in and out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if maybe we need to get Boogie or what, but we need to get somebody that can be able to let AD play the 4. Because I'm like, him playing center, I do not see that being beneficial to us later down the line. Because AD is not the I'm going to get chippy type of rebounds and chippy buckets. He's a skillful type of player. So in that regard, he's not big like a Joel Embiid or a Joker where he could just throw his body around with the skill. He has to just really kind of just, be free. Like KG didn't play the 5. He had like niggas like Ola McCandy and shit like that playing the 5. So he could come in and be agile and swift on the 4. Dirk Nowitzki played the 4. You feel me? These guys have that AD type of build. Imagine Dirk Nowitzki playing the 5. Would he be as effective as in the basketball game, or him playing the 4 when Eric Dampier was down there, and then eventually Tyson Chandler was down there, gave it easier for him to do what he needed to do offensively, right?
And it took wear and tear off his body.
Am I right, Flu?
No, I agree with that.
Why is Darvin Ham trying to make AD this physical and imposing specimen when he's never been that in his whole career? He's never been the 5 until he came to the Lakers. So I'm like, I don't understand why we're sitting here trying to make him something he's not. KG didn't play the 5 in Minnesota ever. Not saying he probably couldn't if he didn't want to, but he even said in interviews, like, I didn't want to go guard no Yao Ming and Shaq and Ben Wallace down there. I was too little for all that. I had to be on that 4.
But if I were to play devil's advocate, wouldn't you say the centers at that time were a lot different when it comes to the centers of today?
Yeah, but I'm saying 300 pounds, still 300 pounds. Joel Embiid, Joker, all these dudes that when you're gonna be playing when it's money on the line, these dudes are trying to they're physically skilled, right? So Joker will get in there and kind of use his body and his weight. And when you're boxing out and you have to fight for position for rebounds, that could take a toll on a person that's not looking to get physical necessarily all the time.
It will take a toll. But wait,
it's draining.
I feel like I heard somebody want to say something. Or am I tripping?
No. I'm not trying to make it seem like it's just over the top physical, but I'm saying AD is just not a physical type of person. He doesn't go to games and try to embrace contact. He's not like, yeah, I thrive off that to get better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think he'd just be better in that 4 position. Like when he was playing with Boogie, he had one of the best seasons because Boogie was down there boxing out, fighting for the position. He'll just come out the cut with the little tip jams and shit because he's more swift and faster than them 4s, right? But he's not going to out-bully a Joker for position.
Real quick, I don't want to come in with an argument because I'm not sure what exactly was the specifics of everything. We got let's talk about it in the building. Let's talk about it. What's good with it. So I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to say nothing to that. Like I have some points, but I'm like I'm not sure exactly what you arguing because I'm like you make a lot of good points, but there's some things I can rebuttal on. But at the same time,
my argument is that AD would be more effective in for our team if he doesn't always have to play the 5. If he lets Thomas Bryant go down there and bang and try to do all that dirty work. Versus him,
I can't argue that. Yeah, I'm with you.
I agree with you.
I'm not trying to.
I think the problem is, Z. I think the problem is this: a lot of people forget about how AD came up. Don't forget he was a point guard in high school. Then he got a growth spurt before he went to Kentucky, and then he grew like mad inches, and that's how he became 7 feet, 6'10", whatever he is. And so in Kentucky, they put him at a 3 or 4 because he can handle the ball. And as he got into the league. You know, they don't like big guards and stuff like that. So he had to grow into this position. So Z, I'm agreeing with whatever you're saying. He was never physical, but they trying to make him to something that he's not. So that's why he always getting hurt. To me, that's my personal opinion.
Can I say this too? Also, what's interesting, if you really look at Anthony Davis, like I'm very critical of AD, but when you look at it from that perspective, he was almost before his time, right? He was a big man who is basically saying like, yo, let me do things that necessarily isn't big man things and let me be able to carry the team to wherever it needs to go. Like it was kind of transitioning during the time that he was there, but it's like now that's when it like you see Joker, he's bringing the ball up.
Well, KD was already in the league, wasn't he?
Yeah, but KD's different. KD was never looked at as a big man, though.
I mean, but he was that phenomenon of the 7 feet, can handle the ball, shoot outside. But he wasn't considered being physical.
We saw it, but they didn't ever acknowledge it as far as the media. Like KG bringing the ball up, being like he was a point guard. I remember that. I'm like they had, I remember Sam Cassell, Troy Hudson. Like I remember the point guards that they had in position when he was playing. Sam Cassell was later in his career. Troy Hudson was later.
No, I mean Kevin Durant.
Oh, and Kevin Durant was never looked at as a big man. So I'm like, I feel like me personally.
No, not looked at as a big man, but as a 7-footer that could shoot the rock and could take it to the hole. That was then AD came up, but like I said, he was a guard at first that grew up into that. KD was already that size. See what I'm saying?
I do understand that. I respect that, but what I'm trying to get across is like when it comes to AD's position is, or not AD's position, but like AD's situation, I should say, to be a little bit more. Have a little bit more clarification to what I'm trying to say is he had a growth spurt. So he was always known or he was used to playing a smaller position, utilize people, have a certain type of game. So I'm not necessarily saying like, okay, he was the first of what he was doing for his height. That's not what I'm saying. what I'm trying to say is his benefit toward the team that he was on was for him to, okay, I need you to play this role. So because of that, that's the box that he was put in. And so now that you look at the situation that he's in now, it's like he's always had the ability to be outside of that box, but because of the time that he played and the team that he was on during that time and what complemented the best, he was put in a box of, okay, you're 6'9", 6'10", 6'11". Yeah, you can be able to dribble. Yeah, you can shoot. But at the end of the day, we need you to be the big man. I'm not saying go on the block, post up, hey, call for the ball, because, you know, things were kind of, you know, changing during that time. Like, you obviously could bring the ball up, etc. But ultimately, if I need you at that 4, I need you at that 4. If I need you at that 5, I'm going to put you at that 5. That's why he was so beneficial when Demetrius Cousins came along.
Demetrius Cousins. This dude is crazy.
But see, this is the thing.
My bad. DeMarcus Cousins.
When we talk about,
I got a lot on my mind.
When we talk about positions,
cup, boy, what you got in that cup?
Go ahead.
I ain't called Fluence. Look, I ain't called Fluence for nothing, nigga. Like, come on, nigga. I ain't just a play on words.
Hey, Z, he called him Demetrius Cousins. That was a new one.
Go ahead, Doug. What you got?
I ain't called Fluence for nothing, nigga.
Go, Doug.
I was gonna say this the thing though. Damn, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. I don't even remember now.
Well, maybe you'll piggyback off me. Look, my whole point is this: Giannis is more opposing and stronger and physical than AD, right? But he doesn't play the 5. Brook Lopez does. That's why he's so much more dynamic, in my opinion. Because if he had to play the 5, that'd be a whole lot more than he has to do. He has to box out more. He has to be more of an anchor on defensively. He doesn't get to be more free and take plays off. When you the 5, you got to be the backbone of the defense. You got to really be down there and really hold shit down. You know what I'm saying? That's why Pistons was so good, because that nigga Ben Wallace was down there holding shit down. You feel me? He didn't have no offensive
Different
ability.
era. You can't.
I know,
you
but
can't compare it to this
we can go to the Dallas Mavericks. Tyson Chandler holding that shit down.
Different era. Tyson Chandler. Like, come on, bro. You saying some crazy shit when it comes to
everything.
Them niggas could play straight defense and score 5 points and get.
Hold on,
can't
bro.
do that now.
But this is the thing. What you need in the game right now, and if you look at the teams that are actually kind of, I mean, what do you have? You got individuals who can play defense on the perimeter. You got perimeter defenders, and you have somebody who is somewhat somewhat tough in the middle. Somebody like a Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you length defenders, and you look at the Celtics when you have goddamn those 2 long ass niggas on the wing defending. That's what defense has become in the league. That's what shut shit down.
Let me say this, because I want to come in behind. I was like, I agree to disagree in a sense where I'm saying defense isn't as important as it was before. I'm like, you're going to get your offense off regardless of what it is. You can't stop the offense that's going on in today's game. I'm like, when you look at defense, when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, 2000, early 2000s, 2010s, you know what I'm saying, you want to go 90s, whatever the case may be, wherever you're from, defense was very important. Nowadays, defense isn't important. Defense is literally just showing that you have effort. That's it. You can't stop someone from making a bucket nowadays. If
effort is important.
Bucket, you can't stop it.
Call close these games. This is why. If you get a little physical, they call a foul on you. If you say wild ref, you're getting a technical. So now I got to play a little more looser now so I can stay in the game.
So there's no defense nowadays. Always, if you can develop your offensive game to be superior, you're going to have a chance. Now I'm saying it's still going to be basketball. So you're going to have a 1%. Just because everything has a shine light, it's all good. But I'm like, nowadays, I'm like, defense isn't something that anyone's paying attention to. It's like, you can be a defensive player, but nigga, that don't matter. You got to be able to show that, hey, if I can shoot the ball, if I can be part of the system, if I can be able to contribute to the system, that's what's going to get you on a team. That's going to get you noticed. But anything outside
what about
of that,
Thibault?
Like, no one cares.
What about Thibault?
What about what?
Thibault from the Sixers. That nigga don't score nothing. He on there strictly for defense.
Put that nigga on a team outside of the NBA. Look, let me know what he does. That's my point.
They know he plays defense. They know he plays defense. That's all he does.
In the NBA, but if you put him outside the NBA and that nigga just playing park and rec with some nigga, or you know what I'm saying, in these open run leagues, he's scoring like 22 points or 15 points. Like, he's going crazy.
That's anybody in the league, though. That's pretty much anybody.
That's why. That's my point. That's why they in the league. I'm like, we trying to make it
still important though, because the Warriors have great defense. Like,
right?
Why they losing?
I'm not saying right now. I'm just saying when they was winning, their teams were good. Like when Iggy was in his, still had some juice in them legs.
It's a different era.
Listen, if you look at the number one defense, usually, I'm sorry,
shit changed that fast. I'm like, niggas want to stay young forever, nigga. Shit changed that fast. Literally 2, 3, 4 years nowadays, nigga. Different era.
So
like, shit changed that fast.
We was locking up.
Shit changed that fast. I'm telling you right now. Shit changed 2, 3 years. Like you, nigga, you feel like shit's still the same. Like, no, it's not the same. Like there's 18, 17, 19-year-old coming up. Niggas ain't looking at shit the way you seen it. So it's like we want to be captivated. We want to act like our shit is important. Nah, nigga, shit changed.
But in playoffs, defense does matter.
No, it doesn't.
In playoffs, it does matter. And that's why you see them locking it down. And the scoring is not as high in the playoffs.
That's why the Nets got swept, because they
exactly.
Y'all think it's about you. If y'all really think the Nets got swept because their defense is crazy,
why they get
come
swept?
on now, that's cap. Defense had nothing to do with that. Them niggas was not ready or not in the position for them to do shit. If you think it was defense, that's a crazy. Okay, that's me. My perspective, my opinion. Like, what are you watching if you think it's defense the reason why they got swept?
I'm asking you why they got swept then, if that's what you don't feel like it is. That's what we say.
Because they was not a better team.
Right.
Simple as that. They was a worse team. They was not better.
Okay.
That's a fact. In my personal opinion, I'm not saying, obviously I shouldn't say that's a fact.
How you gonna say a fact? That's your personal opinion.
Yeah, I know that's me talking. I'm talking. Hey man, I got a battery on my back right now. That's how I feel right now. I'm talking shit. So I'm like, okay, it's definitely not a fact, but that's how I feel. That's all I'm doing. I'm talking about my shit. It's Friday night, nigga. Y'all getting mad at me, man. It's Friday night. I'm feeling lit, nigga, man. Fuck out of here. This is my birthday weekend, man. Fuck out of here, all y'all niggas.
Happy birthday,
bro. More life.
Shit, I hope so, nigga.
I agree with Z though on the power forward though. I do agree with Z on the power forward because Tim Duncan didn't play. He played power forward, and what's his name played center. Robinson at the time when they went on their run. Even like you said,
Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward ever. So I don't understand your point. How you agree with Zen and you talking about somebody who's a power forward?
If he plays center, would he have been as dominant as he plays power forward?
That's the reason why he played power forward. You can't use
that's what argument. Z was talking about. That's what Z talking about. Instead of having AD down there with the big boys, if I'm thinking correctly, that's
not the same argument. That is not the same argument. It's not even close. AD's been playing forward since I don't know how long I remember. Every once in a while they put him in the 5 spot.
Since Kentucky.
That's my point. I'm like everybody. Like, they've been putting AD.
Listen, hold up. He played 1 year right at Kentucky, right?
Okay.
He learned. He just grew into that height. He was learning on the Kentucky how to play as the big man. So you get to the NBA, you playing with polished big men.
When you're a young nigga and you got a lot of the potential, you don't know how to utilize it.
I agree with that. But you playing with polished big men that's been playing big men all their lives. Then you got this young kid coming here who played 1 year college basketball, who's trying to play a position that he's never played before, only for 1 year.
Yo,
what you expect? And that's what we forgetting. Like we forget about that.
See, we work off of different things. You work off of, I'm gonna be surprised off of the anomaly. I work off of, oh, you are the anomaly, so this is how I should approach it. Respectfully, that's how I see it. It's like I'm not surprised off it because I'm like, nigga, this shit happens over and over. We're always like right now. I'm a young nigga to some. I'm an old nigga to most. But there's gonna be someone 18 right now coming in, and they're gonna be able to do shit, and nobody's gonna be able to understand it. Why is this 18-year-old nigga able to do shit that a 30-year-old nigga, 28-year-old niggas ain't able to do? That's why I love Devin Haney so far. He's 24, 25-year-old. Why is he able to do what he's able to do? And we don't see Lomachenko doing it. We don't see, Demetrius Andrade, Jamel Charlo, like they ain't able to do none of that. Teofimo Lopez, like that's impressive, right? But I'm like, with that being the case, but I'm like, with that being the case, me acknowledging it, why does everybody have to take it as if, oh, I'm handicapping anybody? It's just like these young niggas. I'm like, there's these young niggas, they're gonna do some shit where it's like that shit is unworldly, that's ungodly. It don't make no sense. I can't describe it. And that's all I'm on. I'm like, some of these I'm like, there's a reason why these young niggas get to where they get. I'm like, that shit not regular. And niggas want to try to make shit seem like that's not regular. Be regular. It's not regular.
What does that got to do about this nigga acknowledging me that AD needed to be playing the 4?
Exactly.
Because AD naturally has always played the 4. He hasn't
He
played
has
the 5.
not. That's what we're trying to explain. He always not had played the 4. He just started playing the 4 in college. Go ahead.
So with Frank Vogel, what was his old MO? He was trying to put him as a 5. He was trying to be a double up. So now Frank Vogel is gone. Now Darvin Ham is here. And you guys have the same complaint, but you guys are still talking shit about Frank Vogel. So I'm trying to understand, what is your guys' solution?
But on our championship run, he did not play the 5, though. JaVale McGee and Dwight Howard did.
So what's your solution? You say Frank Vogel isn't the best coach, but this nigga got you the championship with starting 5 lineups. But now you're saying, oh, okay, Darvin Ham is better than Frank Vogel, but y'all niggas don't got no fucking starting centers.
It was Jason Kidd doing that. That's what it was. They respected Jason Kidd, not Vogel.
No, it
wasn't.
But
when Jason Kidd left, what happened to the Lakers?
Talking about the assistant coach. I was like, I like that you went a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You did some shit niggas won't understand. I'm like, actually, that is a great point. I agree with you on that. Niggas won't understand what you're saying though. Let's talk about it.
No, but as soon as that nigga Jason Kidd went to the Mavs the next year, nigga, we went to Pops.
Exactly. That's
why
all
you fucked up. Y'all could have got Tyrone loose. So I'm like, all y'all trying to act like all this shit ain't planned. It's planned.
No, nobody wanted to offer Jason Kidd a job because he was beating up his wife. Well, he beat up his wife, but he already had the job in Milwaukee.
There's niggas talking about Miles Bridges might get signed. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you think Miles Bridges is going to get signed? Jason Kidd is not able to get a head coaching job on a team that's probably going to get chipped? Like, they would have elevated Jason Kidd to the actual head coach for Lakers. I bet.
He got domestic violence.
I'm like, Jason Kidd is with Dallas Mavericks because Mark Cuban is like, nigga, I know we're going to stay relevant with you, but they ain't never going to win a chip with no kid. That's a fact.
They're looking a lot better.
What? Nigga, they went to the Western Conference Finals last year. That was with Kid, though. Hey, I don't like Rick Carlson. I'm gonna be real. Like,
nigga, you saw I'm the setup. You saw the
nigga on YouTube. I don't give a fuck. I'll tell myself I'm wrong. I didn't like Rick Carlson. Jim you saw the setup. Like, that nigga was a racist ass nigga, man.
I'm just trying to tell you, man. That's all. AD, man.
But my point is,
don't like that. When you prove yourself wrong, nigga, don't try to prove me wrong after I prove myself wrong, nigga. Prove me wrong before I prove myself wrong.
I said he's doing better, and then you answer the question. I
got the turtleneck on with the do-rag, nigga. Prove me wrong before I prove myself wrong, nigga. Because I'm all
right. My point though,
you are looking like Shaft tonight, though.
I'm with it. I'm talking shit. I'm with it. Hey, Avatar. No, Dub said he's taking a break. Dub said he had to go take herself. Avatar this weekend. I'm finna watch Avatar. Though. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm actually not gonna watch cheap this time. I'm actually watching in 3D in the box.
I'm trying to get it on. I'm trying to get on the fire.
Yeah. If you want to know some crazy. No bitches. I ain't gonna fuck with no bitch. I'm gonna watch it by myself. Nigga in the theater. Which one of y'all got the feedback? One of y'all niggas got feedback. I got beef. I think it's let's talk about it. I got beef. Let's talk about it. You got feedback, nigga?
Is it me?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm phasing.
Hold on, let me talk. Is it me?
To everybody, nigga. It's probably let's talk about
it. Is it me? I know it's my feedback.
We good now, though. Yeah, it was you.
It might be StreamYard. Sometimes that be lagging.
I know. I'm talking shit. But all right, look.
Talking shit. It's your birthday weekend. I ain't mad at you.
I got to, nigga. I'm about to be old. Nigga. 12. Zien, what you got to say to the people, man? What's your last statement? Because I am gonna say the Lakers ended up winning and beating the Denver Nuggets, which nobody expected, except probably myself. You got to give respect to the Lakers for being able to pull that off. But I'm like, what you got to say to people? We don't want to go too late. I don't mind going too late because I already got my food. It's chilling, but go ahead.
Shoot, man. Understand? One day. Have some goals and try to reach.
Nigga, you said 3 words.
Nigga, I just said
That's it. Okay, well, so y'all know anybody watching it. That's all Zen got for you. He ain't trying to make y'all win. That nigga gave you. That's it.
bro. I gave that niggas multiple sentences. You just probably didn't hear it.
I'm talking shit. I don't want you to lie. Let's talk about it. How you feel? I know it's coming off. Let's talk because Dub got shit muted. So you know, everything is echoing off your shit. But I'm so.
All right, I'm gonna go out.
Now.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out and come back in. I'm gonna go out and come back in.
No, don't do that. Go ahead, talk your shit. Like how you feel, talking to people, everything. You good, bro? Don't even trip about that.
Man, I'm just happy to be alive, man. That's it. I'm happy to be alive.
That's the biggest thing, bro.
I just found out some shit about Jackson State and Dion that I didn't like.
What you find out?
I mean, it might be old now, but found out a couple of days ago, like Jackson State was taking all the funding, like from when they get the funding from the football and dispersing it through the basketball and all the other schools.
Can I say this real quick? You notice where Dion, he was supposed to make a difference for the black HBCUs and all that stuff. He took a different job. Have you noticed there's been a lot of slander, not on Deion Sanders, but on the actual college? They taking
because Deion exposed him.
Like, come on.
Because Deion exposed him. And,
I bet. Fuck out of here. No, man, fuck that. I don't fuck with none of that. Like him, I'm like, nigga, do you know? Because I'm from Cali. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here. I'm in the South. Do you know what Mississippi? They don't got money. Like Jackson State don't got no money behind it, bro. They ain't around no. So I'm like, this just thought that all of a sudden Deion Sanders come over and a whole lot of money's gonna come in. That's not the case. So it really hurts my soul. I understand how everything is kind of what's the word for it? Like it's kind of just like it's just like a circulation. Like it's gonna happen. Where I love you, Deion Sanders. I appreciate you, but come on, bro. Nobody put no money into Jackson State. Come on, bro.
And he knew that he got there though. He acted like because he went there, all of a sudden, like you said, money was gonna come and everything was gonna be different. Like, nah, bro. Like, you went to Mississippi, nigga. If you don't know nothing about Mississippi, nigga, go do your research, nigga. It's been one of the poorest states, nigga, for the longest time.
Talk about it.
Well, I mean, I have to disagree with you. I think he did a lot for Jackson State and Mississippi.
What did he do?
He built the new facilities. He got mad boosters.
He didn't build them new facilities.
He got a new locker room. They got a new football field. What are you talking about? Look it up. We can look at it right now.
You believe all that? You think he was the reason why all that shit happened?
Yes. Did they have that before? They didn't have that before.
Nigga, they didn't have shit before. They don't have shit now.
And listen, and then they were selling out the stadiums. They wasn't selling out the stadiums before. That's ticket sales.
Why did nigga come and
Flu, why are you hating on this man?
So I'm not agreeing that he should have left.
Why did someone come and break into his car? Because niggas with nigga, I'm in the South right now. I'm not from the South, nigga. I'm from Cali, bro. I see what it is. I'm like, all that shit is fake. Them niggas be worried about themselves. Like, there's no money going into the state. There's no money going to college.
They didn't get new locker rooms. Did they get new locker rooms?
Look, Doug.
Yes.
Hold on, Doug. I'm gonna bring it to you.
Focus on what's reported in the news, bro.
Hold on. Hey, let's talk about it. You got to mute, bro, because
I got you.
I hear everything. Appreciate it. Go ahead.
Way too much, bro.
But look, what's it called? Damn, it's still crazy. Okay, there you go. So look.
Dub coming back in because Dub knew his shit was echoing a little bit. He's gonna come back in.
I'm right here, nigga. What you talking about?
My bad, Dub. I meant to say let's talk about it. My fault, Dub.
So look, this is what it is, right? And look, like you said, we from Cali, right? This is the state of finesse. I'm talking about finesse,
bro.
You ever have a dude do enough good to get your trust, and then the one thing that he do afterwards, you like that kind of trumped everything that this nigga just did to me.
I didn't even realize at a young age, nigga, how much money I was paying in rent. Like I was paying way more. Like I came out like y'all don't even know, man. That's why I'll be like, man, y'all don't even know what it is to talk. That's why I'm like, I can be an introvert and I cannot talk that much. There's a reason why I can make this shit work out here. And I'm not saying y'all
Bro,
less or
I'm so
nothing like that.
I'm so confused on what y'all talking about right now.
No, look. So we talking about Jackson State, right? So my thing with it, I'm saying, just because he went to the HBCU, right? The dream he sold, that's what y'all missing on. The dream he sold is the equivalent to something like in Cali, right? A nigga could sell you something like, look, nigga, if you put your money with me, bro, I'm telling you, and it's gonna be better. And in the midst of it, I could be making some good money, and I can look up a year or two later and being like, wait a minute, this nigga low-key lied to me. Like, he made it seem like I was gonna be able to have this type of resources, or this will lead up into this, and he just ran off and did something else on some whole left stuff. What he did to the HBCU was he made it seem like if you want to get popping, go over there and have a couple good seasons, you're gonna get to a big white program. I'm gonna show you the blueprint.
And if you think he's lying, why is it all of his major?
Wait,
Dub. If you think he's lying, why is all his major commitments? Why are they moving all over to Colorado? If they believe in the HBCU program like that, they wouldn't be transferring over to Colorado. They're following where Dion goes.
So I understand exactly where y'all coming from. I understand what y'all are saying. I look at it from a different perspective.
What's your perspective? Let's hear it.
So this is the thing. The first thing that people will tell you, right? And I'm gonna save and I'm gonna let you know my opinion, but just listen to me. The first thing people will tell you is that there aren't enough black coaches, head coaches at the Power 5 level, right? And so
I agree.
What's gonna happen is with Dion coming in to Jackson State and being successful there, using that as what people would say a springboard to Colorado, because technically it's a bigger opportunity than Jackson State. Now, this is the thing that we have to look at.
Go ahead.
There's a difference between looking at it from moving up the ladder in the quote unquote the college football world, and then building black programs. There's a difference. And so what we have to look at is, how critical can we be of Dion? I don't know. It's all how you look at it, because it's a two-party question. Either he used it as a springboard and showed other individuals, other black coaches, how to use it as a springboard, or he hold on, mute yourself. There we go. I
think let's talk about it.
Just mute yourself there we go. Let's appreciate it. Or he used this situation to benefit himself and to utilize the quote unquote support of black people to move into the system. Mm-hmm. We got to figure out what it is. We got to see how it works out, and we got to see how it benefits the black programs, which is what this really should have been about.
Real quick, mute yourself, Dub. Let's talk about it. I think you had a response. Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
Hopefully, you not. Are you listening to it through your phone at the same time?
Yeah, I think wherever you listen to it,
I don't know.
Let's mute ourselves.
All
right. Now, Z, I understand what you're saying. I agree with you 100%. When he came to Jackson State, I think we was real close to turning the program around to compete with the Wyomings, the Colorados, and them. However, if I'm bringing money into the football program, because that's what I came for, okay? He wasn't getting no coaching job nowhere because he had no experience. So Jackson State gave him an opportunity to have a head coaching job instead of an assistant job. So they bought his likeness. They didn't know what type of coaching job he was going to actually do on that level. He did actually well, exceeded expectations, brought eyes on the HBCUs, got #1 recruits from Alabama and everywhere else going to come to Jackson State. So he did what he said he was going to do. He said he was going to get top recruits coming in, shine a light on them, and also, bring awareness to the HBCUs. He had a contract, TV contract for him, but the president turned it down because he didn't like the deal. Okay, so when you having all that, I can understand why he's leaving, because if I'm selling out the stadium, but only 30,000 tickets I see is being sold, what's going on with my program? I got money coming from my program from the boosters for the football program, but the basketball and the track program getting a piece of that. You know what I'm saying? And then when the president says, I hope he fails, that's kind of ignorant. You always hope he does well. You know what I'm saying? As far as, I don't care about the D1 level. If we built up the HBCUs to compete with the D1 levels, what does it matter? We could get on a schedule, and then we could play against them, compete against them, because we could see that we can get the recruits. So we already got the likeness of Dion.
Money over age. Like, niggas try to make it seem like youth, like, oh, this nigga's young. No one cares about how old you are. Niggas just care about how much money you want to generate for them. That's it. Go ahead.
No, that's facts. But also, Dion want to get to the NFL. He don't have much time left. So they used each other. You know what I'm saying? But I think he would have stayed if they would have kept the money real, and he would have got the money. That's how I feel.
My thing with it though, let's talk about it. Go ahead, mute yourself. Yeah. My thing about it, what it is, like, look, HBCUs are closing slowly but surely. A lot of them are. Like, I think Dr. Umar pointed out, like 2 or 3 of them in the last couple years have gotten shut down. So my point with Dion is, don't have the intention that you're trying to really help our people. When I mean help our people, bring these top recruits from the white people and show us a way that is very possible. But in the same breath, leave with them same recruits that you said that you was trying to bring to the HBCUs. It's always about how you come and how you leave, right? If you come into a chick life and you say, I was building her up, but then you do, and then before you leave, you expose that you did some heinous stuff when you was with her. As much as you was doing good, you tore her down just as fast.
Don't give bitches that type of credit.
I'm just giving an analogy on how you can come into something with good intentions and you're making it seem a certain way.
Don't think you ever come into a relationship with good intentions when you get past a certain age and you owe something. Look, I agree with everything you're saying. Then I'm just trying to say, like, you guys have to understand, when you get to a certain age and certain things are happening, you have to understand there's just different dynamics, period. So I'm not saying you have to appreciate, you have to acknowledge, nothing like that. But when you, like, if you're 25 and plus, I'm just being 100 with y'all. Shit is not regular. Stop acting like, oh, okay, I have an excuse. Stop acting like, oh, okay, this is the case. Oh, okay, I can see this. I can. No. When you're 25 and plus, I'm telling y'all right now, figure it out. So in this particular position or situation, I'm just saying, I'm not saying to figure it out, but I'm saying, look, they're giving you the truth. So look at it as if it's the truth. Don't look at it as if it's some type of fairy tale. Right? Like, this is how life works. I'm like, if you're in this position, this is what it is. I know you want to believe that your life can be this and it can be that, and it can definitely be. But if you decide to deal with whatever the situation is that's in front of you, and somehow you're talking about whatever the situation that we're talking about, this is what the case is. So don't act as if that's not what it is.
What are you referring to when you're saying this, though?
I'm referring to the exact topic we're talking about.
So, but I'm saying, what are you putting it towards? Like, what are you trying to, like, advocate? What's the point you're advocating with that statement?
I'm saying, if you're not with a bitch and you're not giving your whole life to the bitch, which is not some shit that I suggest you should do, and you're in this position, you're like, oh, I'm surprised that this bitch or whatever the situation is, I'm in a relationship or whatever, I never expected this to happen. I'm like, don't be absolutely surprised by it. I'm like, this is a normal thing that's going on right now in today's age.
No,
take it for what it is.
I probably shouldn't even use women is the goal. I'm just saying, as far as, like, our people, what Dion did, he made it seem like he's like, it's like, okay, if you building something and your whole idea was to build something, make sure that's stable before you leave, to make sure even when you leave, that program probably has the same opportunities. And I'm not trying to put everything on Dion, but I'm just saying, like, if that was your goal to bring back a certain type of intensity towards HBCUs, then stay there at least 5 years. And then if you feel like what you're doing isn't doing it, then you have to move accordingly, right? But the fact that you didn't even finish out the season and you taking players, it's like you were kind of, let's talk about it. Say you're right. He went on some business shit. He said, I'm gonna use these niggas to get where I need to go, and that's my top 5 power school, right? And that's what he did. But
what I'm trying to tell the people, man, is like a lot of people, man, y'all try to make it seem like money is everything, right? Money has a lot of stance on life. Money makes you feel like it's like I have to have a certain amount of money so I can feel comfortable, so I can be a certain way, so I can act a certain way. But it's like a lot of y'all don't realize that at an early age, y'all meet a bitch that's on some thought shit, and y'all want to marry her, and y'all be trying to please her because, of course, they look at everything and how time is advancing. It all has to do with, okay, what are you bringing to me right now? What are you showing me right now? What can you secure me in right now? It's like, yeah, you can. You know what's crazy is when I was growing up, if social media was a thing, having a house, you know what I'm saying, being able to pay the bills, making sure you cool, that was a success. Nowadays, that don't mean shit. Having a house, paying for it, making sure everything shit's good in your name, that don't mean nothing. So I'm telling you right now, I'm like, shit is changing. It's going in a fast forward because, you know what I'm saying, we got TikTok, we got Instagram. It's like the same shit that's making us be able to be popular is the same shit that's making us be in a position where we're trying to figure out how can we continue to be able to succeed and make shit be regular. And it's like, why bitches is looking at us and be like, why? Like, okay, you this way, I can find this. I can find this nigga anywhere. And I'm like, I'm not saying that's the case. I'm not trying to make y'all feel insecure or nothing like that. I'm just saying shit is changing on a daily basis. That's it. And y'all should be aware of it. And if y'all not aware of it, it's gonna hit you. Cause I'm like, you either gonna be too focused on one or two things when it comes to men. You're gonna be too focused on trying to please a woman, or two, you're gonna be too focused on trying to please yourself. Now, at one point, trying to please yourself, a lot of atmospheres, a lot of outlets would say that's not the shit you want to go on. But in reality, in the long run, that's what you want to be on because you are trying to make the best of yourself and you're trying to get the most out of whatever you're doing, whatever you're good at. Focus on yourself. Get your money. Be in a position where you don't have to ask anybody for shit. But when it comes to a woman, do not base your life off of, in my personal opinion, what does this woman want? How do I need to move when it comes to this woman? What's the case I need to be in? Because at the end of the day, if you do that, when shit go wrong, when shit's not going the way you want it, it's not gonna be based off of how you want to be able to, make a decision off it. It's gonna be based off of what she wants to do. You have to please her at the end of the day. Expectations become implications. So, yeah, I don't want to go too much into that, but yeah, I'm seeing that, man. As I get older, I'm older, motherfucker. But as I see, I'm like, damn, a lot of people be getting in relationships because like they don't want to be alone. That's it. Being alone is a motherfucker, but 5 years from that, I'm like, if they trying to take advantage of your aloneness, you're like, damn, I should have just been alone. I'll be the same way. So, sports stuff, but I want to salute to the people, man. You got anything last you want to say to anybody up out of here, Zen? I don't want to go too crazy. I'm like, it's Friday night. Like, even though I'll be late than a motherfucker. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'll go to 1:30, but I'm like, damn, nigga, it's 12:30. I got my food. I got my everything. It's like, I want to enjoy my time. I'm not even going to lie to you. We've been going crazy. It's 3 hours. Like, 3 hours. I don't even go 3 hours for the most part. And we 3 hours in this bitch. So, if we 3 hours in this bitch, I'm like, it's been a good time. So, like, anything you want to say is in. Let's talk about it. Dub Right Side. like Delbert in here. Let's talk about. Like, go ahead.
Nah, I want to say is great conversation. You know what I'm saying? I
Always.
like how y'all keep it tall. You know what I'm saying? Different
Grown man
opinions.
conversation.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I just think that, you know, different opinions, but we all kind of agree in the same type of token. So I just think it's a good conversation. You know what I'm saying? So continue doing what y'all doing and keep giving that good information out. That's all.
Hey, yo, I appreciate. Let's talk about it. You don't even understand, like, for real, 100%. We're gonna be back. Like, well, I don't know if Zen's gonna be there, but tomorrow we're gonna be back for real, for real. Frank Martin versus Rivera. That's gonna be a fire ass fight. We're gonna have the UFC card as well. It's gonna be a good card. So I'm gonna be back for the Fluence now. But let's talk about. I appreciate every time you come in here, man. You always got an amazing perspective. So I appreciate you, bro, for real, for real. So any last words you want to say, go ahead, say it, and then go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Then you got anything you gotta say?
I ain't know if it was Zen going first or me going first. I ain't know, but go ahead, Z.
Anyone who got something to say, I'm like, if Zen don't got nothing to say, go ahead. Let's talk about it. Go crazy.
Happy birthday to the Goose. Keep drinking, get lifted, turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Make sure your birthday weekend is lit. And other than that, Z, I was riding with you today. You know what I'm saying? Pause. I don't do pause in Philly, but you know what I'm saying? I don't do pause in Philly, but you know what I'm saying? You had a great perspective today. So you know what I'm saying? As always. You know what I mean? So y'all just have a blessed one, man.
I appreciate you. Let's talk about it for real, man. You've been with the family for a long time, man. You always show love. Then you got any last words you want to say to people? You know what I'm saying? Before you up out of here.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, step by step, day by day, man.
I just want to say, Merry Christmas, man. As y'all get older, man, I'm telling you, man, like shit go by faster. So it seems less like you gotta give a fuck about it. But it's almost like you get to a certain point and you realize, like, I understand why some niggas, man, they put like crazy Christmas lights in they crib, and I understand why niggas put deers in their cribs. Like, I understand why niggas go over the top, because I'm like, days are short. You know what I'm saying? Life is short, and you can appreciate shit in a way that somebody else may appreciate it, but in another realm, some people may seem like yo, you wasting life. So I'm not saying to give a fuck about the people who's judging you. I'm just saying, man, appreciate the time that you have, because I'm telling you right now, man, that shit go by quick. It's crazy. I had an old father. Like, I'm just saying, man, just, you know what I'm saying? Whatever works for you, whatever you feel like you believe in, whatever you feel like this shit is on point, like, be on point with it. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? Be rah-rah with it. Be cheerleaders with it. It might look corny. You know what I'm saying? You might, you know what I'm saying? Go, if you with a bitch and you really love her, nigga, go make a baby with her. You feel me? Go crazy with it. I'm telling you, man. I used to be on some different shit, man. But now I'm like, man,
this guy
like,
is
bro, I used to be on some different shit. I'm like, man, go crazy with it. If you got a bitch who really fuck with you, go make a baby with her. Go crazy. Like, y'all don't got a lot of time, man. We don't got a lot of time, man. That shit is short. That shit is quick. You never know, man. It ends before you ever expect it. So, you know what I'm saying? Go crazy with it, man. Don't ever let nobody try and tell you this type of shit that you be on. Because I'm telling you right now, the type of shit you be on, they don't even know. They think you know, they don't know. So go crazy with it. You know what I'm saying? And find a bitch who really fuck with you, or whatever, whatever type of shit you want. Find someone who really fuck with you, and you can be on some crazy shit, and they be like bet, and they going crazy with you, because that's very rare. You probably find one or two people in your life. So salute to the people, man. Much love to the people, man. Hit the like button, please. If you ain't hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, be part of the family, notification game, all that good stuff. Then you got anything last you want to say before I end this broadcast, man?
No.
Y'all Lakers won, man. Yeah, you got any word on that? Or you good with that?
Shit, man. Job not finished.
Number respect. So we're gonna end this. Much love, much salute. We out of here. As always, Friday night, man. It's 12:36. See, if it was a regular week now, I'd be feeling away like, why is it so late? But now I don't give a fuck. I'm finna be up early. Guys, is good, man. It's crazy how this world works.